Hey everybody, and welcome to D4, where I, Dustin,
And I, Devin, co-DM a 5th edition game of Dungeons and Dragons.
Woohoo!
Yay.
Woo! Yay!
All right, so what does Die Hard Dice, a leprechaun, a tea-drinking hare rabbit, a military parade, Ides of Bad Omens, D4, and my birthday have in common?
They're all in March.
They all are in March or have something to do with March. And you can join in on this fun with all of these merry bunch of individuals by getting 10% off your orders over at dieharddice.com by entering discount code D4MAR.
Yeah. And a lot of you know our story likes to interweave with a few other stories involving some amazing characters played and DM'd by some of your favorite people in and out of the D&D community. Without their amazing support and friendship, we wouldn't have Lauren playing Orkira here with us today. Sadly, some of those stories were put on hold. We are happy to announce that the old heroes are getting back together. B. Dave Walters playing Freely, Hope Lavelle playing Penelope, Jennifer Kretschmer playing Alindra, Megan Kenrick playing Whittle, Adam Bradford playing Briv, and our very own Lauren Urban playing a future version of the very same Orkira.
Ooh.
All DM'd by the amazing Todd Kenrick. So make sure to catch the premiere episode of Heroes of the Plains this coming Tuesday, March 16th at 6 p.m. Pacific time, and that is on twitch.tv/demiplay.
Yes, please go support them, and maybe the interweaving will continue.
Maybe.
Orkira's going to die here and then just disappear from the other shows.
Yep. Yep.
Vanish.
Bye.
Later this week, Dustin and I will be DMing a charity one-shot for Jasper's Game Day this upcoming Saturday, March 20th at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on twitch.tv/TalonNClaw. That's TALON, letter N, CLAW.
I'll be on the 7 o'clock show.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And we're going to be DMing a game where we're entering a very familiar world. And please come hang out with us as we DM a unique group of canine adventurers in the search for the lost city of Catlantis. With that, let's hear from our sponsors.
Well, hey everybody, we're giving away another player bundle today. Put hashtag Beyond in there to get the player bundle. The player bundle will include the player's handbook, Xanathar's Guide to Everything, Sword Course Adventurer's Guide, Tasha's Cauldron of Everything you need to be a player. But as we are continuing onward, I would like to unveil a new subclass, and in celebration of it being Pi Day 314 for all you nerds out there, we are creating a new Warlock subclass called the Elder Pi. Meet your new patron, the Elder Pi. As you have spent so many hours in the kitchen baking, you've suddenly contacted a new voice, grasped from the ether. Your baking skills become immaculate. You suddenly are filled with all sorts of pie knowledge and baking skills revolving around pies, so long as you offer 3 pies a day to the Elder Pi. It's a really fun subclass, and it starts with Blueberry Bloodbath at level 3, where your pies and anything pie related becomes a deadly implement of force that leaves your enemies sobbing with utter pain, slowly leaving them into a pool of their own blood as they just expel themselves through and through, as the Elder Pi wishes, destroying them slowly. But don't let that stop you. At level 7, you get Polymorph. You can access the spell Polymorph, slowly crushing your enemies into the shape of a random pie. Roll a d100 on that random pie chart to leave your enemies in a conscious state of existential horror, like a Greek tragedy, wondering what god had wrathed this horrible plague upon them. But they'll never understand. The Elder Pi's God's wishes are mysteries, harsh and unyielding and beyond human comprehension. And finally, you get Bake the Elder Pi. The sky opens up into a raspberry beret, and all of a sudden, you see the Elder Pi for the first time and are consumed with the knowledge of all baking. And it's only at this point in your time that you realize you have made a grand folly, as the full scope of baking knowledge is too much for the human mind to comprehend. And you wonder, Wonder what your miserable existence is like compared to the wrath of the Elder Pie, as darkness consumes you and the world you have made. That's the Warlock subclass, the Elder Pie. Try it out. I'm going to get all these up eventually, I promise. When I do, I hope you have a good time baking, folks. Hashtag beyond.
You know what's just as tasty as pie? No, not Elder God souffle, but Beetle and Grimm's Pandemonium Warehouse stuff. That stuff is so tasty. It's delicious. It's what you need in your life. And right now, they have the Curse of Strahd coins available in their store. These things are beautiful. They're big. They're shiny. They have a little pouch. They're awesome. You want one. You can also get the little Strahd medallion or the Morning Lord medallion. It's super pretty. You're going to love it. And you can even get the reprint of the legendary Curse of Strahd box. It's available now in their shop. So go get your order on. You're going to love it. It's a super sweet box. The guys can attest, right, guys? See, they're nodding. That's a yes. Your check is in the mail. Okay, so head on over to beetleandgrims.com, or you can go and follow them on Twitter at beetleandgrims and interact with them and have a lovely day. They're wonderful people. You're going to be glad you did. Beetle and Grims.
I'm not a goblin right now. You can't call me out like that.
Well, this being Pi Day, of course, one of the best things about Pi is the precision endowed within the sacred number of Pi, which the Elder Pi is also very fond of. And you know what else has extreme precision? That's right, Eldritch Foundry. The extreme precision to make the perfect miniature for you. And in fact, they're always adding new things. Like recently, they just added a whole new set that includes a heart your character can carry around if your character's, I guess, sentimental. And then there's one that looks like a wand made of a spine with a skull on the end if your character is sentimental. And then there's also one of a mask, a very creepy mask. Maybe it's bone, maybe it's wood, depends on how sentimental your character is. But overall, when you take a look at Eldritch Foundry, you get the precision that you can't get anywhere else. And if you want to go get yourself a miniature there, why not put in D4D&D to get 15% off on your own miniature? Or if you're feeling lucky, why not put in hashtag Eldritch right here into our chat for a chance to win your own Eldritch Foundry miniature and get the precision you need, like the one for Pi Day. A day celebrated for 3.141592653589779322846794459230781627410582097449230781626208.
Okay, so
that is actually Pi, by the way.
Yeah.
Playing called RockPunch ATL, and unfortunately, they don't do math, so we're not going to talk about math or baking. Maybe one day they might do that. Maybe one day they'll do math. But today, they're very excited to announce that last week we had our premiere of Tolus, and you can join this amazing cast for the second episode of the 4-part miniseries in partnership with Monty Cook Games, Fridays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on RockPunch's Twitch channel. The cast includes Mark Muir, Latia Jacques, Jacob Placu, Babs the Bat, Jeffrey N. Baker as the DM. So it's a lot of fun times. You should definitely join, especially if you're already a fan of D4.
And in honor of Pi Day, I, of course, decided to dress up as my favorite pie, Blueberry. And I just wanted to come on here and let you know that if you look really close, I'm actually wearing the rash pants today. They're on my eyes. They're safe, 100% safe. They are on my eyes, though. So if you want to get yourself a pair of beautiful purple rash pants on this day of Pi, go to d4dnd.com.
I do like blackberry, so I think we all like that. With our black shirts.
And like pinkberry.
I am a fan of both pies and my friends, which is why I like getting my friends pies. But when I can't get them pies, I get them loot for Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms. Look, there's a code right there. You should go. You should play the game. Not only is it awesome and fun, and you can believe me because I'm the community manager and I like the game, but also, as was just announced, you'll be able to soon unlock Alindra, my friend, your friend, and all of our friends. Penelope's friend too. Penelope's in there too. So you should play Idle Champions and you should get them pie because they deserve pie, because they have to deal with Avrin in the game.
And Briv.
And Briv. Well, but Briv, I mean, Briv can just make his own pie. It's fine.
That's
Briv
true.
is good at that. But Alindra and Penelope, you should unlock them in the game. You'll be able to unlock Alindra this coming week. The rest of them you can already unlock, and you should eat some pie and play a fun game.
Also, the amazing tribute to Grant Imahara.
Yes.
Yes. Go buy the it's Grant the Baby Blue Dragon. It's so adorable.
So
and
adorable.
yeah, the net proceeds for the next 2 weeks worth of sales go to the Grant Imahara Steam Foundation. Am I saying that right?
That sounds familiar.
STEM Foundation.
Foundation.
STEM Foundation. I'm sorry. It goes to the Grant Imahara STEM Foundation, which is a wonderful charity in a lovely man's name. So definitely go check that out. And then also eat pie.
Yes. And without further ado, let us immerse ourselves
into the Chronicles of D4. And we're back.
So, last time, on duplicated depositions and dreadful discernments, the BFGs had concerning conversations with the resurrected Twiggy, the techsmith of Gond. As one of the targeted and murdered heads of clergy seemingly tied to the Harbinger plot, he revealed to them he was murdered by none other than himself.
Say what?
Something he, something,
Dun, dun, dun.
yeah, something he interpreted as the scientific discovery of how to create clones, or the possibility of.
But in order to get further enlightenment on questions burning and burrowing into their minds, they have Orkira speak to the Phoenix to see who from their past may be alive or dead. As for Osvaldo Castellaner, the former betrothed of V, who has been missing since he had a meeting with Lord Gathala in the Star Mounts, and Damaria Werstein, Seisha's missing mother since her infancy. Damara Werstein. The answer was unclear, and if they were either still living or dead, or perhaps the information was too muddy to give a clear answer from the Phoenix. However, it became very clear to the group with an eruption of light and flame that the psychotic murderer known as the Harlequin, assumed killed by the explosion of the eye-catcher, is actually very much alive.
Now, filled with dread, they looked to Vinley to cast a seance in order to communicate with Amalia Castellanter, in order to find out what noble houses unknowingly made a deal with what they assumed to be the Harbinger or the Elder Eye. However, with the absence of Harold and V and feeling guilty and hurt from their personal connection with the deceased, the spiritual connection failed. This caused the undead, wrathful, headless ghost of Barkheld Hailing Horse, one of the masked lords murdered during the death mass murders and father of Yosef, the young boy that likes to wear a goat mask in their bar, to manifest within Vinley's body.
A harrowing battle ensued, with them trying to reason with a vengeful spirit as it jumped from body to body in possessions, with them all trying to safely exorcise the ghost before Seisha finally sent it back to the ethereal or negative plane. Over the next couple of days, Harold made connections with Carnage, the Cudgel of Carnage, and Jarlaxle to further the plot of the Red Wing Manchun. The group also went shopping for winter clothes in preparation of possibly climbing snow-capped mountains. Vinley stopped by the Blackstaff and learned a lot in the development and research on the aberrant compounds, Harrowdust, which turns out to possibly be organic brain matter from an aberration that melds with the mind of others, unlocking abilities to manipulate reality, where the Black Ichor identifies as something tied to an aberrant entity with many motherly descriptors.
Also, over the few days, Seisha asked the Stone of Golor a few questions, one of which finally reveals the Elder Eye to be an ancient being that is the personification of perception itself, known as Gonadar. With this knowledge, her mind is racked with immense pain as her mind possibly slowly slipping a little bit further into madness before Orkira came to her aid. A few more days have passed, and we start tonight with the 3 questions we did not have time for last week before moving on to the next morning. So, Seisha.
Yes.
You sit there holding the Stone of Golor as you hear the voice creep into your mind. Lo Seeker Seisha Velaspad, what knowledge can I bestow upon you?
What motivates the Elder Eye?
And as the knowledge burns into your mind, you're going to take 7 psychic damage.
Okay.
Again, we're moving through days, so it's fine.
Yeah.
That which lurks from beyond was bound into the void of the cosmos by Ao with the sundering, making it unable to perceive all that dwell within its entirety. It seeks to be the overlord watcher that sees all, as the hidden one does. Woe befalls all who stand in its way, for like me, it is no longer blind. And Seisha, you know the hidden one is Ao.
Yeah.
Another title for Ao.
Oh boy. Thanks, Golor. Sleep sweet. And real quick.
Are you doing this at the end of the day, every day?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
And then the next night, let me just do this just in case. I'm just gonna long rest real quick, just in case I need to, because I hadn't since the last one. Okay. The next night, she pulls out the stone. Stone of Golor. What is the hierarchy within the Far Realms?
All right, you'll take 6 psychic damage on this night. Birthed into existence before light filled the empty black nebulous, there exist concepts given form through the chaos of their own manifestation. There is no one place or space from which they come. There is the multiverse of things that are, and there is the multiverse of things you deem that should not be. No order, only chaos beyond the scope of your darkest imaginations.
Right, that's great news. Okay, good night. And
Never
The
says
public
good night
bathroom in
back
the
to
bar.
yeah, she always says good night to the stone.
Yeah, just in case.
Yeah. Yeah.
And does the stone reply good night? I'll probably kill you in the morning.
No, it just goes, I do not sleep ever. I am always no. It just does not. It doesn't
Golor-
answer.
Golor
But
is the
it's really
first
good.
iteration of Alexa.
Yeah.
You gotta be nice to her just in case.
Yep.
Mhm. Always
All right,
listening.
and your last question.
Stone of Golor. What happens when an Aasimar is corrupted?
And you will take 12 points of psychic damage this night.
Those that fall from grace can be consumed by the darkness and evils that fester within them, creating fearful creatures that enjoy the demise of those around them.
That's all you get.
Okay. Thank you. And good night. And Seisha's going to write this in her journal. And then she kind of stops for a moment, staring at it when she finishes. And she gets up and she goes down the hall to Venley's room.
I have one question.
Yes.
Do you write the name?
No.
Okay.
No, she's smart enough to realize that that's the kind of thing you don't. Yeah. It would be bad if she goes through that again. So she, maybe someday, but today is not that day. She goes down to Venley's room and knocks on the door.
And, the door opens by itself, and you see her sitting there brushing her hair. The
Hi.
little bit of hair that she still has. Oh,
Hey, do you have a second?
yeah, I have 2 more hours before I have to sleep.
Okay. And she walks in and closes the door quietly behind her, and she's clutching her journal. And it's actually a new one. Her previous one is with Orkira, and this is a second edition. I've been asking the stone questions, and given the fact that the last time I asked it things, it wiped all of the information from my mind and from my writings, I had a thought that maybe if somebody else were to write the stuff down, it would be in their mind and the stone couldn't erase it. So I wanted to see if maybe each night you'd be willing to copy my journal.
Oh yeah, of course. I really just sit here and brush my hair for a little while.
That's a lot of hair brushing.
I have
It
to
explains why your hair's so pretty, though.
Oh, Seisha, stop it. I just have to fill my time with something while you people sleep for an extra 4 hours.
Yeah. It feels really good, though. I wish you could try it.
It seems like a gratuitous waste of time.
Well, anyways, here you go. There's a couple nights in there. I've been talking to the stone at night and asking him questions. There's a blank spot. That's something that I couldn't write down. Bad things happen.
You don't know.
Just trust me.
Okay.
You'll figure it out when you get to it, that's where bad things would happen.
Gotcha. But you have the question written, correct?
Yes, everything else is written down, just not
Okay.
one of
She
the things.
Takes the journal and flips it like to the part, reads the question, and goes, Did you ask? You asked for this information?
Yeah.
A being of untold madness and corruption. You asked for their name?
Well, I mean, I asked what they were, and it gave me the name.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
We'll have to write that down eventually.
I'm kind of afraid to.
Why? We're the 2 smartest people in the building currently. If we do it
really
together,
hurt.
We'll lighten the load together.
And it messed with me.
How so? She pulls out a little note, like a little flip notebook.
Remember how a couple days ago I didn't really trust anybody?
Yeah, I just thought that was,
No.
we all do it occasionally.
It went away, and I realized that it started right after I spoke to the stone. After I learned about the Far Realms. I didn't trust anybody.
It very much well could be an effect like the first time we saw a creature from the far. That big mouth.
Right?
She casts something to give up some likeness of that creature. This thing with the arm.
Okay, you can send that away. You can send that away.
Okay.
Yeah.
When I couldn't speak, everything came out like nonsense. It could just
I
be,
remember that. Yeah.
yeah, it could just be an effect like that, and it's gone now, and you don't have to worry about it.
Well, I figured somebody else should know what's going on. And Orkira's getting caught up on everything that's happened. I gave her edition 1 of my journal. And when she's done with it, I'm going to take it to the font and let them put it in their books if they want to. Be the tale of the BFGs.
We should probably do a cursory read through that, just to make sure there are no details or anything that could implicate any of us in illegal movements within the city that necessarily the public wouldn't need to know about.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of that.
Yeah. Don't worry, I got you.
Okay.
And I won't tell Voss that you were planning on putting our entire business on blast.
Thanks, Finley. He would probably be very cross.
Probably not with you. If it was me doing it, he'd probably be like, "Oh, I'm so disappointed." But with you,
Oh, I don't want him to be disappointed. That's the worst. Disappointed Voss is the worst.
no, I think Murder Voss is.
No, disappointed Voss is way worse than murder Voss. Murder Voss, you're just gonna die. Disappointed Voss, you have to live with the guilt of knowing you disappointed him.
I have not experienced that yet,
I have.
but I will take your word for it.
It really sucks. Okay, I'm gonna go to bed now.
All right, I will start writing a copy of your notes.
Okay. Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
And the door gently closes behind you while she's still sitting in that same chair she never got up from.
All right, everybody, you can rest. You can hit a long rest if you have not done so already. And the next morning, you all do your morning rituals, speaking to whichever deities you wish to speak to in the morning.
The best one, Ogma.
The Elder Eye,
I'm
obviously.
sorry, what? Are we really
No,
gonna have
not
this
the Elder
discussion
Eye.
again?
So
And we're on a first name basis now, so.
I actually have a really interesting proposition for the other two spiritual ladies of the group. We should probably hold a prayer circle in the mornings and in the evenings. That's when I'm supposed to do it, but I can do it ahead of time. And we can do it in the little common room, and we can have a little time with ourselves after I reanimate. Oh, wait, I don't have any corpses.
That would be fun, because then Orkira can do the fire thing in the hearth.
Well, I mean, I don't do that. The Phoenix just does it.
Oh.
Unless
Well, the
you want.
Phoenix can do the fire thing in the hearth.
Okay. I mean, are you okay with me just praying in front of all of you? Usually, like the last time I did this, it kind of freaked Voss out. So.
Oh, Voss gets freaked out by magic and divine stuff all the time.
Yeah.
He doesn't know how to control it, so it scares him.
Well, he can't control it. It's not him. So
Yeah.
No one, I wouldn't expect. Okay.
Well,
Okay.
but see, he thinks he can control people too. So he gets people. People are okay, but magic and divine stuff he can't control. So.
Okay. Well, that's good because I don't get people. So I'll take care of the magic stuff and he takes care of the people stuff and
Yeah.
it'll all work out. Yeah.
Perfect.
You all have breakfast and everything and meet in the common room as you typically do in the morning, just kind of discussing your day. And
Now I need to know, when the two of you pray, are you quiet or is it out loud? Is it formal? Is it?
I think Vinley definitely prays silently, but if you ever look at her, she's like knelt down in like a typical prayer stance. And if you ever look at her hair is slightly lifted off of her shoulders. And if she ever opens her eyes are just cataract white because she likes the way it looks.
Seisha
Aesthetic
writes.
choice.
Extra.
Seisha brings down a book. It's not her journal. It's a second book. And she sits there and she writes in it. And if you ever happen to look over her shoulder, it's written in Celestial.
And Orkira comes down and waves to the two of you and plunks herself unceremoniously in front of the hearth, grabs her book, and out loud says, "Hi! Okay, so, I'm thinking today I'm gonna need, I need all the stuff I needed yesterday because we're probably gonna do another one of those seances. I don't know. Actually, let me ask, Vinley, are we gonna do one of those seances?"
She looks up, her hair kind of moves around her, and she looks at you with white eyes and goes, "I don't believe so, no."
Okay, all right, good to know. All right, so maybe I don't need one of those things. I'm probably gonna commune with you again tonight. I still gotta find out if everybody needs some questions. I still have this bubble gum. You have to. Maybe I'll ask tonight. I'll ask tonight if you need the bubble gum. Okay? Because I got a big wad and I'm running out of room in my bag. I think that's everything. All right, thanks. And then she gets up and goes to breakfast. She's done that all out loud.
I love Orkira.
In 5 days, when that's what she's done every single time, you're gonna be like, let's not do a prayer thing in the morning anymore. Maybe we need to pray alone. Maybe that's a thing.
But yeah, you all are now gathered together. And what are you guys doing?
So what's everybody doing today?
She kind of like looks to Harold. Okay, so I feel like this is gonna have some mixed opinions. And I feel really silly bringing it up, which is why it's taken me so long to bring it up. I talked about it briefly with Harold, and so here's the thing. I know we're all like, yeah, we're gonna leave because I want to go to the mountains and stuff, and it just feels like the right thing to do, and I really appreciate you all doing this for me. It means so much, and I really hate asking one more thing. Okay, so there is this...
Just go ahead and ask it.
I know. Would you guys be willing to help me steal something back from my parents' house?
You need to steal something from your parents?
Well, it's mine.
It's not really like stealing. It's more like
Taking what's mine.
we can't get what belongs to her because her parents are hostile to us now.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want us to kill your parents?
What?
No.
No.
I want us
Okay,
to go
good.
completely...
No.
I want us
I
to
didn't
go
want to.
completely undetected. Like, I don't
Okay.
want anyone
Ugh.
to die in this because...
I gently pat Okira's hand and I just kind of like give her a look like maybe.
No.
Let's not.
Well,
It's
Don't
the look.
say
I'm
that.
sorry. Yeah,
Just
it's the
give her a
look. I'm
look.
sorry.
Maybe.
I would
No.
prefer not. I prefer no one know I was ever there, because I'm pretty sure they don't care about the necklace, so...
Chances are good they don't even realize the necklace is still there. We just go in, I slip in, we take it, we walk right the fuck back out. Nobody has to know. I know everybody who works there. I know the entire layout like the back of my hand. And I know which bathrooms people use the least. Trust me, it was very important.
Yeah, no, I know the entire layout of the whole place. I even... If there are the same staff there, I can tell you about them, and
Would any of them be willing to retrieve it for you?
I wouldn't risk it, because even if I can't promise that they wouldn't
It's
be
a lot harder to
watched
make
or...
It's a lot harder to make us go missing in the city than like somebody who cleans the vase.
But I mean,
they're already choosing to...
you're talking
there.
about breaking into the house of, and I look around, is there anyone else here?
Yeah.
I thought everyone was here.
Yeah.
Everybody in your
No,
group.
no,
is,
just
but-
our group is
Oh,
what
yeah,
it
yeah,
sounds
yeah,
like.
yeah.
Our
Y'all-
group.
You're in the common room. You're not in the bar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You're
he's
talking
a-
about breaking into the house of a masked lord and stealing from him when he already hates us and has eyes on us.
Yeah, but I mean, she's already like half masked lord because that's her dad. I mean,
I don't think you inherit it. Do you?
I think
I could be half masked lord. You don't know. That's the point.
No, we
That
know
you
who all
don't
of them
know.
are.
I'm not
Yeah.
though. I don't have time for that.
no.
Like our
look,
schedule's too busy.
Where is the necklace?
So I'm assuming everything in my room was probably purged or something.
What does purged mean?
Like they probably saw stuff I had there and got rid of it
Hmm.
because
So they may
saw
have
it. Well,
Thrown it out?
No, not this necklace though, because it belonged to my grandmother, and I doubt they would have thrown her heirlooms out.
This is the grandmother on the side. That's the people that we're
The
gonna
better-
go
I never knew my dad's parents.
Yeah.
So I've only ever known my mom's mom.
But this is the side of your family we're gonna
But-
go try to find up in the mountains.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. This is
Yeah,
the
Okay.
no.
bedrock.
So the thing is, it was kind of like one of the last things that my grandmother had of my grandfather's, and it's just kind of really important to me. I meant to grab it when I left, and I was in such a rush that I just didn't think about it, and it's been kind of on my mind ever since, but it felt like such a silly, superfluous thing to make you guys all risk potentially your lives for. I don't really know. I doubt it's kill on sight, but these days I don't know.
If we're in his house, it probably is.
I mean,
Well,
No.
the staff isn't that well
To be
trained.
fair,
but...
the last time I crossed him, I've got the scars to prove that all I got was lashings, which frankly I really don't want to ever do again.
Yeah, he made his point really clearly to me when I sat down and had tea with him.
yeah.
no, I hope he doesn't happen to come home then.
If
This
you're
is-
going to go ahead.
This is very important. This is history for V, and it's important. You know, I wish I had history.
It feels wrong to leave without it. I
Listen.
feel like I was okay up until this point because we were still in the city, and I kept thinking, at some point maybe there'll be like a clear opening to go get it. But I feel like we've just been making this situation worse ever since, and I probably should have gotten it from the beginning. But you know what? Oh well.
I've got stuff that is probably not important to anybody else, but it is super important to me, and I'd be very upset if I lost it. And this sounds like this is something that's connected to the people we're going to be trying to find, so it could be useful instead of just wandering around the mountains if we had a thing that was connected to those people. So if you think it's important, I'll help. I'm not good at sneaking, so if you're looking for someone to sneak,
That's kind of thing. I'm not good at sneaking either, and I think I'd rather die than have anyone catch me inside there.
When does
Well-
Ellerthak leave?
Depends
That's
on the day.
it depends on the day. Sometimes he's gone for days at a time.
And then sometimes he's in the house for weeks.
But he's mostly like in his study. But
We
yeah.
have to know if he's in the house or not before we even attempt this. He's
Yeah.
clearly the greatest threat there.
Yes.
Assuming things go wrong and we get caught, I would prefer him not to be there.
Mhm.
well, if you give me enough information, I can locate both him and your necklace.
That would
Yeah?
be very helpful.
I mean, it would be two separate things. I would locate him, or I'd try, and then
you
locate.
can't. Wait, are you talking about using locate object?
Yeah,
It has to be familiar to you.
or just described really, 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 really well.
Oh,
So-
really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Let me pull it
Is
up.
the necklace distinct?
It specifically says it has to be familiar to you.
Go to the next sentence.
Oh.
I can't find the spell. Give me a second, because I looked at this the other day. Where is locate object? There we go. Alternatively, the spell can locate the nearest object of a particular kind, such as a certain kind of apparel, jewelry, furniture, tool, or weapon.
Okay.
And so-
It's
so
like
yeah.
antlers. you know, and it's like fancy with like the leathers and stuff.
Can you draw it or?
Yeah, I can try to draw, and she draws.
Wait.
I'll send you guys a picture. She does like a really. I won't actually draw a derpy version. I'll just send you what it looks like.
Harold.
Go ahead and make a performance check.
Oh, okay.
Boy.
Should I draw a really derpy one and paint real quick?
I want to give her bardic inspiration by sitting over her shoulder and be like, no, it was more curved than that, and like giving her more.
Yeah, 100%.
Could you
I'll
give her
inspiration.
advantage by assisting her with this?
What do I roll for bardic inspiration again?
I guess you could do both. Yeah, that's fine.
So
You know what it looks like. You've seen it.
yeah,
So,
okay, so it'd be with advantage and then add a D8, yeah.
Oh, with advantage.
Wait.
I did not roll with advantage. Okay, hold on.
Please do.
Okay.
And the two of us will kind of work together on sketching it out and getting it all right.
So that's gonna be 16. 16 for performance for drawing this picture.
Did you use the inspiration?
I did use the inspiration.
Okay.
That's with everything.
Yeah, 16 is more than enough to draw a simplistic version of this necklace. And what it looks like is when she draws it, it looks like it could be a small jeweled, like small forged metal jewelry thing. But when she describes it, it is not, as if it were to fill her chest and shoulders covered in antlers that hang down and roll over the shoulders and down across the bust of the chest, with another set of antlers that hang from the center, and is all real antler and combined, like tied together with twine and leathers and stuff like that. It looks very elegant and tribal. So that is what was just sent to you is basically the layout of it.
That's really
But it
pretty.
is, yeah, real antlers and
'cause-
more tribal.
Because we're big enough to just wear antlers as jewelry.
Yeah.
That's pretty distinct, I think. Even if I've
Yeah.
never seen it before.
It's a statement piece.
Is it magic?
I never asked, but I wouldn't be surprised. I've always known it was really, really important. Like, you just know.
I'm not comfortable breaking in, but if there's something else I can do, I'll do that.
Well, I know that I
We need
don't
as
really
many
stealth
people
well.
out of that house as is humanly possible.
Yeah.
And with that being the biggest threat, and I'm assuming your mother being the second.
Well,
If we could get both of them out, that would be helpful.
people are out of the house mostly during the daytime, I would say. Unless you want to try when everyone's asleep, but then the house would be full of everyone.
I don't want to go in to the house, but I could perhaps stay relatively close and watch whoever does go in through Savard.
Harold, are you comfortable going in?
Well, I'm going in that house.
Okay, because you and I are the only ones who know the layout, and I just really don't have time to explain every single room to everybody.
Yeah, and no offense, I'm also the only one with any experience sort of doing this before, so.
Fair.
Well, I don't want to go in because I'm not sneaky at all, but I can hang around outside and I can help keep an eye on the house. I can do the spells to let me know whether your dad or the thing is even in the house.
Maybe there's a way to get everybody out of the house, like
We could set it on fire.
No, I can do that.
What if we set a fire near the house, but not of the house?
Well, that's not going to drag them out of the house, though. If we set the house on fire, they'll evacuate.
Yeah, but
You would be surprised.
fire.
Nearby fires draw a lot of attention, and not just from me. I mean, I know I'm,
I know,
me,
but they're all hoity-toity and, oh, we're noble. And I don't see them
But people still love gossip, you know. they
milling
wanna
around
stick
with the
people out.
rabble to look at a fire.
Remember,
So
when Harold... Go ahead.
just Ethan, you would know, or Harold would know this. A fire would bring the Magus and Protectors Guild immediately to put it out via magical means, and they would
Yeah.
show up immediately
You know
yeah,
this
that's a
from
noble tone.
experience.
from experience.
Yeah. Yeah, there's this one time. Let me
Oh,
go
yeah,
ahead
the
and
kitchen.
explain to you. So that there's
At the
this
theater.
time-
Yeah, at the theater.
At the
At the
theater.
theater.
So there was this time I was serving a dinner, and the chef got sick, and I told them that I knew something about cooking, which I do know things about cooking. It's just mostly grilled cheese things and like how to make
Grilled cheese is really
I
good,
just
yeah.
thought you were gonna make grilled cheese, so I was down for it.
How do
Right.
you-
Well, one thing leads to another, and I'm supposed to be making duck flambe, and next thing you know, they get there quick. So that's the most important thing. They get there real quick, which is good
Oh.
for everybody, and not good
Question.
for us in this situation.
Does your family's estate have any protective wardings? Or keep in mind the last time we did this was with the Growlhund's estate, and they had some sort of servant.
I would be able to.
Harold doesn't think there's anything like that, right?
What?
You don't think there's anything magical. They do. You know that they have guards. And
Yeah, they got.
I refer to the Grim Death Gardener.
Nothing like that.
Okay.
Like I was the guy like that, and I could at the time I could prestidigitate sort of.
Then this needs to be in and out. No burnings, no explosions, nothing that's going to draw a lot of attention. This is the C ward. Reactions will be prompt, guards will be everywhere.
I can try to ask Lady Gathala for an interview again.
It's worth trying. The worst you can do is say no.
It's true, but they might think something's up with the timing.
If they notice the necklace is missing.
That's what has to be key.
Can we
We
get
have
a
to be-
duplicate made?
Sure, we probably could. We know a really, really talented Minotaur.
Should
Or-
probably
I was about to
only
say, yeah. I could try making one. I know how to
She-
use the tools now. And I
She-
can have the skill if I want to.
Well, I mean, who am I to say no to that? It's convenient.
She would probably only come if I was there.
I could look like you.
She'd know. A mother would know.
She would know.
Finley, I love you, but you're not the best actress.
I can't imagine you acting like me, no offense.
Also, I think you're probably going to be helpful keeping an eye out for stuff. If you and I are outside the house, being lookouts, having you around would be helpful. I think this sounds like it's a big house.
Yeah.
It's a big house.
Okay,
So,
I could
Go ahead.
fly by and make sure that the necklace is even in the house. Is it bigger than 1,000 feet? You think?
No, it is not bigger than 1,000 feet.
Okay.
Oh, you meant the house.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
Oh, no. You can't fly over it.
Oh yeah, the guard thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially in that area.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Yeah,
no
not in the
flying.
sea ward.
You would
You
get
were-
Especially with it being over a lord's house.
you'd get
Okay.
arrested.
if you were invisible, would they notice?
I would imagine they have something to... Maybe the griffins would send her?
Well, what if I just kind of walk up to the gate and then take a quick
do it from the
invisible
ground,
flight?
yeah.
And, or from the ground. I mean, yeah, sure.
As we're explaining this out, unfortunately, this all sounds like stuff that needs to be done at night. I don't
I
like
thought we
the
were going to
idea.
do it during the day when he's not there.
That's what I thought too, but everything that we're talking about essentially can't be done during the day.
Well,
Either
they don't know
scouting
where
it
Kira's
otherwise.
with us.
Right.
They
It's
don't know
still-
our Kira.
It's still a very noticeable dragonborn flying over their house.
No, we're not going to do the flying. She can't fly.
Or someone makes
The
me
Griffin
invisible,
Riders would have her in a heartbeat.
Or Harold makes her invisible.
and then I just take a really quick flight.
Yeah,
I could.
I think
And
that's the
we could
safest of
even-
the options.
Also, do it at night if you want like extra special stuff.
It would be a lot more difficult to get her out of the house at night.
I
No,
just
no,
feel
no, I
like
mean-
they would be more on alert at night.
No, I completely agree with you that like the actual
Oh, you're
Go.
saying do the recon at night.
yeah, because like first question is it still in the house or did they just get rid of it? Like you said, they got rid of your stuff, so we can just check.
I mean, I'm guessing. I don't know what they did with my room. I just assume based off of how I know them.
Well, so we find out where it is, if it's still even in the house. We work on getting your mom out of the house during the day, and then Finley and I, we do a stakeout. And Orkira looks really excited about the idea of doing a stakeout. Like,
That could
this,
be quite
it
fun.
amuses her.
posted up on a roof nearby?
Yeah,
So long as you're amused.
Well,
I've never done this before. I've only read about it in those really thin pulp books that you get in Sigil.
Oh, I love those.
Yeah. Oh, you can get those here too?
Yeah. Oh,
I've only
yeah.
ever-
I have
Ah.
a collection of them if you want to read some. They're in the
Oh.
library.
I'll share my books with you. I mean, they're kind of dirty, but
Oh,
I've got
some
a
of mine
couple.
are too.
Okay. Yeah, you can have my
So-
copies
Have
of
you
Tusk
seen
Love.
Volo's Nymph book?
okay,
No.
we're getting
Oh,
off
I'm gonna have
topic.
to give you. I gotta go get a copy of it. My
So-
dad used to have a
I've got
copy.
Tusk
any-
Love 1 through
in-
7. I'll trade you. It'll be great.
Any case, this is gonna be slapdash. I can already tell by the way this conversation's going. So, we'll need quick escape. I have to be under the assumption something's going to go wrong.
No,
Usually-
I'm gonna be
Yeah,
in
it's a good assumption.
It's always a good
What?
assumption.
No,
Yes.
it's me.
I pull out
That just means you've got a lot of ways of dealing with the thing that we don't know is going to happen.
map of the city and ask Seisha for the sewer map.
Oh
I think
no,
she still got it.
God, I'm
Yeah.
just gonna pull out my galoshes.
And I find, because I look at through the area, particularly at the Gathala household, and I see 2 manholes that are semi-close to the area. These are emergency escapes only, I think. I believe, and I'm trying to remember, V was able to fit through these, correct?
Yes, I can fit through manholes.
Okay. I don't know, you big girl. But,
We win this. Whatever.
Wrong.
but in any case, I bring that up, but I say, you need to be in and out, if you're going to do this safely, a minimum of about a minute, maybe a minute and a half, if that much.
It'll take me a minute to get through one of the halls.
They're very long hauls.
The
They're made
longer
for
you
very
s-
large people with long legs.
The rule to thievery is the longer you stay, the higher your chances of getting caught.
I know lots about thieving things. I haven't done it in a long time, but I assure you, for a while I was a professional.
Your enthusiasm is encouraging, but still, we need to know exactly where it is, get in there, and get out. What's the most likely place, aside from your room, you think it would be?
Other than your room, I can't imagine them putting it anywhere else. Maybe.
Well,
Yeah,
Lo had a
parents-
room, and maybe, I mean,
Yeah.
Parents know how important it is to you.
I'm not sure.
Probably not.
It was mostly something I talked to.
It's like she
Grand
didn't even.
about-
She didn't really wear it all that often. Hence why it's still in the room.
In Grand's room, Lo's room, she had like some little stuff that was like kind of like on display, I suppose. Maybe they kind of left it there. I mean, it's not like they didn't care about her. She did live with us.
Then let's go ahead and do the thing we agree on then, which is the information gathering with Okira. Let's
Well-
prioritize that for now.
I have 2 questions. The first one is, who was Lo's child? Was it your father or your mother?
My mother.
Could she perhaps be holding on to this necklace as something from her mother?
She
Good
never seemed to
point.
show much interest in it, but I guess it is possible. I mean, Gran did have other more delicate trinkets I think my mom would have been more interested in to keep as like a keepsake, but you know,
Well, if she's wearing it.
because the
and-
necklace was given to me,
Right.
and I imagine that if my mom wanted it, she would have found a way for her to have it.
Wait,
Oh.
where was it in your room?
Okay, so
Was it out in the open or was it in something?
it was out. Well, it was out in the open, but there is a box that it goes in that I guess it could have been put in.
Okay, well, I just had a thought.
Mhm.
I could cast clairvoyance and be able to see in your room, and if it's sitting out, I could tell if it's there. Or I could do it and know if your stuff is in there.
Okay, yeah, because on the dresser I had a lot of jewelry stuff, and a lot of it was on display.
Okay. I could at least
Works
tell
for
if it's
me.
in there. If it's
Okay.
not
I'm not
in there, then Kira's locate object would be best.
Okay, thank you.
I'm not opposed to more information. Let's go ahead and do it.
And I can also.
The only thing that sucks about all this, and I want you guys to be clear on this, is that all this is going to be done on the second floor. None of it's on the bottom floor.
Right.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I could perhaps discuss with Vajra Safar to see if I can get
I just have to be. Sorry.
permission from the Blackstaff to do a mission to investigate allegations against your family. See if
What allegations?
I don't know. You tell me.
I don't know that that's a good idea.
We don't have any hard evidence of that.
That's why I would petition Vajra for the opportunity to stealthily lead a team in to investigate their inner workings.
He's a lord of the city.
one of the only ones left.
And she polices them.
I don't know. They kind of police
That-
each other.
As far as I'm concerned, the
That's going
Greyhound-
to take too long, though.
the Greyhounds serve no lord other than the open lord.
That would probably take too long to get all the wheels in motion, though.
Ask. See what happens.
Well, one thing at a time. Let's find out if the necklace is even still in the house.
There you
I just
go
have
from
to
there.
be within a mile of the room.
Just for clarification on you, Seisha, because you're not familiar with the room or you've never seen it,
It has to be in an obvious location.
It has to be, so you have to be on the other side of the wall of where that room is.
Or
Okay,
looking
so
out
I
the
could be
window.
outside. I could be
et cetera,
outside
et
the tower she stayed in, and do it. As long as I can
Yeah.
see the window, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Correct.
Yeah.
You just have to be on the street.
Yep.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Okay.
Well, why don't we take a walk, and Seisha can do her thing, and I'll do my thing, and we'll just do it all at once.
Okay.
That suits me.
Works for me.
Okay. I'm going to ride Bernie through the street by their house, because that way I can just do my spell and be watching that, and he'll just carry me in a straight line.
Harold, how long does your invisibility last?
Depends on which one you want.
Right.
One of them I think lasts an hour, and one of them I think lasts a minute.
Correct.
Okay. So locate object takes 10 minutes. So I want your invisibility that lasts the longest.
But wouldn't it fade when she cast the spell?
Not if
Well,
she casts it before.
Yeah, I'll cast
Okay.
mine first,
Okay.
and then you make me invisible, and then I'll go buzz the roof.
This sounds good to me.
Okay.
I
Wait,
could.
I'll be right back. Let me go get my hat. And she runs off back to her nook and comes back with one of the fuzzy hat that she got from ordering all of the winter clothing, and pulls it over her horns, and she now has a big fuzzy hat on. She's like, I'm gonna go for a flight with my
I'm
fuzzy
having
hat.
trouble picturing this hat.
Oh, I will show you all the glory of my hat. I've taken many pictures.
Okay.
It's a red and black plaid hat. It's got the fuzzy bit on the front and the ear flaps, and she has gotten it altered so that it can fit over her horns, and it is completely a winter hat that she is now wearing because she is super excited to have a winter hat. And she's going flying, so she puts on her winter hat. Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
I could also mask your aura, Orkira.
My what?
Your aura, just what you are.
I mean, I
What you
took a
radiate.
bath like 3 weeks ago. I should be okay.
No, I used to use it on my undead to mask the fact that they were undead. If you're invisible flying over, it could help you go unnoticed.
Okay. All right. I mean, I'm not undead and I shouldn't smell. You would tell me if I smelled, right?
I would, yes.
Okay, good. Yeah.
She absolutely would.
Yeah.
No, I'd
she'll let
appreciate
you know.
that. I'd hate to be wandering around and stink, you know?
Okay, so we do this, and then if it is there, what's the plan then?
I don't think there's a plan then. I think we get information and come back and like
Yes.
make a plan
Okay.
based on the information.
Yes.
And Rakira will like eye Voss. Like, did I do this right?
Voss, who sees that you're wanting praise or acknowledgement, gives you a nod And a thumbs up.
Yeah, that's what we'll do. Information gathering.
How heavy is the necklace, V?
I mean, it's pretty light to me. For you guys, I don't know. Like,
It would be kind of hard to wear it for us.
I mean, like, how much does an antler weigh? You know,
More or less than 5 pounds, do you think?
Less.
more.
Well, given the number that's on that necklace, maybe more, but they're not
It's
that
four
heavy at all.
antlers.
Well, I was just thinking perhaps we don't even need to go into the house. If it's still in your room on display, we could all just, you, me, and whoever else has mage hand could just very quietly cast our mage hands into your window and pull the necklace out and bring it to us.
Not a bad idea.
Someone might
Okay.
notice the necklace floating through the air, though.
Well, if
How
they're
do
in
you
my
do-
room,
Or if we do it at night.
I do
At
have a
night would
window.
work.
We have multiple plans. Let's do the drive.
Okay, let's go do the recon.
Well,
Yeah.
I used to leave through my window at night all the time. I could just show you guys how I did that.
Okay, well, let's do this first,
I think about it. I did jump pretty far.
and then you guys can figure out what to do with the information.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
Good luck, you two.
Thanks. Well, 3, Harold's got to come too.
Yeah.
I'm going.
Are we all gonna fit on Bernie?
No, only 2 people could ride on Bernie at a time, or you or V.
And y'all are just gonna walk right past.
I'm just gonna ride past.
I figure Harold and I will duck down a. Sorry, I'll do this in character. Harold, we should just like duck down an alley. We won't even go near the house. I'll cast a thing. You'll make me invisible, and then I'll buzz the house. There's no reason for you to ever be seen by them or me, right?
Right, I agree.
You just like tell me which window is which, so I have an idea of like where it probably is gonna be, and then
Right.
once I know where it is, I'll come back.
I can do that.
That way, it's not their former servant, the person that they know because they had a lunch date with, and a brand new dragonborn. That way, Orkira stays unconnected to us.
Wait, what?
If Harold and Orkira go by themselves down an alley and you go past the house like you're planning to,
Yeah.
and they do their plan in an alley and you do your plan on the street,
Yeah.
keeps Orkira as unconnected from us as
Yep.
possible.
Yeah, that was the plan.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay, I'll catch up with you guys later, I guess.
All right, let's go.
I cast Nistel's magic aura on Orkira, hoping it'll help her.
Oh.
What does that do actually? I'm excited.
Hey, you need to keep that out.
It's so adorable. It's
Yeah,
so
but-
adorable.
I've got a lot of lights on in this room.
Oh, yeah, no, that's fair.
It's so. Orkira may love the heat. Lauren does not. And what does the aura masking do?
So it just masks your aura. I can change the way you appear to divination style spells.
Oh,
Like, I can make you appear as something other than what you truly are, and it will also change the effects of spells like symbol, like holy symbol and stuff like that, to where they wouldn't trigger on a certain person if that spell is attuned to them.
okay.
So just in case they have any like magical wards that we don't know of, I will just change your aura and mask it in a way.
Buddha.
What is my aura now? Out of curiosity.
I do get to choose.
And do I
I'm
know?
dead now.
No. She'll tell you she made you
Not a construct.
celestial.
Oh, that works. I speak Celestial, so if something goes wrong, I can kind of lie.
Or Kira the celestial dragonborn.
5.
The most awkward of high fives.
Oh yeah.
All right. And I will follow Harold to wherever we're going, since Orkira has no idea where we're going.
Yeah, I will take them to a street near the Gathala residence, but not at the Gathala residence. And I'll do it at night, obviously.
Okay.
Oh, we're not gonna do this during
Stacia's
the day?
going in the middle of the day.
Oh, we're doing this in the day?
Yeah, I'm gonna be invisible. Let's just do this now during the day. Get it over with.
Sure, good. Do it.
All right.
Okay.
And then what's his name isn't there, so
Yeah,
one less person.
Elithak.
So
supposedly.
are you guys actually going after Necklace, or are you guys doing recon?
We're doing
Recon.
Recon.
That's fine. As you walk down through the Sea Ward to the north, you go across Chasso's Trot, which is one block down from Wrightstone Street, which you know the Gathal's house is on. And then you cross over onto Mendevers Street, which is the corner of Wrightstone and Mendever is the estate, and from Chasso's you can kind of see the east side of the villa.
And I will point and be like, that's the east side of it. And
Okay.
I will orient her on the house, like which side's going to be the side that has V's room, which I think I'm looking at is the west side of the house if you're facing it.
Yeah, and I'll get detailed enough directions so that once I fly over the house and if I sense the necklace, I'll be able to describe where I sense it.
Yeah, and I'll be like, second floor, west side room. And then, if it's not there, I don't think you really can't get I mean, like, yeah, you can sort of get a good look at Lowe's room. I'll mention which room it is.
I'm not
but-
even gonna try to look inside. I'm just gonna fly over and I'll feel where it is, unless it's like buried really far beneath the house. Because
Okay.
I'll be able to feel it within 1,000 feet.
All right. Then you should be good.
All right, so I'm gonna cast Locate Object on myself, and then
I will cast invisibility.
Hey, Harold! You'll
Yeah.
hear the voice of Invisible Orkira. If I throw myself at you now, will it be a surprise?
Please don't.
Okay. Invisible Orkira away! And then she will fly up and over the house.
As she flies away, Harold sits for a while and he's like, "Did you really fly away? Or are you just messing with me?" Orkira?
Orkira, go ahead and give us a stealth check with advantage.
Okay.
Hey.
So I normally have disadvantage on this, so I'm just rolling straight. Hey, that's a 21.
Nice.
Yay!
Thank you, invisibility.
Yeah, that's more than enough.
Yep.
Yeah, you definitely are not spotted or sensed by any of the Griffin Riders as you fly over, and you cast Locate Object,
Mhm.
thinking about the drawing and description of what V described of her grandfather's antlered necklace.
That break invisibility?
What?
Does casting a spell break
Grandmother's.
invisibility?
No,
Grandmother's necklace.
I cast my spell before he cast invisibility on me,
Yep,
so
that's what you said.
specifically to avoid that from happening.
Mhm.
Yep. Um,
Well
And the
done.
goal is to literally just silently fly over and then come back ASAP, not draw attention. I'm not going to try to look in windows unless I absolutely think like I have to. Keeping it simple.
So Harold let you know where Lowe's room was, which was on the very forefront center of the building, and where V's room was, which is on the back western half of the building.
Yeah, and as you fly over the estate itself, you can actually see that it is surrounded by a large stone gate or fence, and there is a large carriage entrance, like where a guard little like station post is, and then another side door from there to enter and exit through via walking. And you see on the northern side of the estate, you would see two buildings, one kind of large, almost square-like, just a little over square into the rectangle shape of a building, and then an L-shaped building kind of that sits a few feet from the estate itself.
The large rectangular is on the west side, and the L-shaped is on the back east side. And you notice a couple of guards standing amongst the building. You see one in front of the rectangular, one in front of the L-shaped, and amongst the house, you see guards making rounds.
Patrolling the grounds, and there are quite a few of them on the grounds.
Okay.
At the main entranceways, there's two, and going around the house, or at least back and forth in their area, is one at every side. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 other guards beyond the doorways. Seems pretty heavily guarded for a noble house.
I don't know if Orkira would know, like, what this just seems heavily guarded and okay, yeah, sure. Like,
Yep.
I don't think she's got a frame of reference, so she'll make note of everybody, but she'll also assume that these are incredibly well-trained, very competent guards, and so is going to be cautious. She's going to fly high enough that even though she is invisible, they won't hear her wings, they won't hear the rustle of anything, and she's just going to try to buzz the house.
And then expecting to have that ping be on the far northwest, where you know V's room should be, you actually feel it ping closer to the center, on the back side of the house, heavier on the east side. So,
Is it moving?
It is not moving.
Okay.
Which floor does she feel on? Does she know?
Don't know.
can't do that.
I get a direction and I get a sense of movement if it's moving, but I don't have a specific.
But
I can't
flying
tell you
over the
distance.
house,
Yeah.
flying over the house, you're like, it's right here.
Okay. So I'll do out and then back just to confirm it is not moving.
And you do and confirm that.
Okay. And then I'm going to leave. I'm not going to try to press my luck. I'm not going to try to do anything else. I'm really just going to go back to where Harold is and land.
Okay.
And so I'll land. All right, it's not either of the rooms. Oh, hi, hey,
Oh,
hey, hi.
God.
I'm yeah.
Actually, Harold, while she's gone, I need you to make me a stealth check
Sure.
as you are ducked and hiding in the Sea Ward.
It's going to be inconspicuous.
13.
That could be worse.
It could be worse. You could roll like me.
Is he there when I come back to the alley?
Just a second. Hold on. Just gotta check some.
Yes, you land.
And and he's there.
You're having this
Okay.
conversation. You get startled.
Yeah. Sorry, I should have. Yeah, sorry. Okay, it's there. It's not in either of the rooms that you thought it might be in. It's not in the Lowe's room, and it's not in V's room. And she'll. Do you have a map, or did someone bring a map,
What,
or you
can
just described it?
Aisha has a map.
Describe the actual where it was again in terms of direction again, like east and west there, Devin and Dustin.
Okay, so back side of the house, closer to the center, but on the east side.
Oh no!
Oh, what?
You've never been in that room, but you know what that room is.
That's Ellerthak's office.
Okay, scary guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh fuck! We gotta go back. Oh fuck this goddamn job.
No. Oh.
Okay,
Wait, you guys can. Oh, sorry, I'm not there. Damn.
You're not.
maybe we should just not tell people that's where it is.
Is that a good thing though? I mean, because then won't there be questions about where it is?
Yeah.
Harold, you know I'm really bad at lying. I know you can't see
I'm
me
super
right
good at it.
now.
I can lie to all of them. It'd be so easy. But
Yeah, and then I'm the one who flew over the house, and they're gonna ask me, and you know I'm really bad at that kind of thing.
Man, this is so bad. Okay, all right, no. Job's still on. Need that necklace. Get in that necklace.
Should I warn Seisha? Because if it's where you say it is, then she shouldn't do the drive-by, right?
Yep.
Okay, I will.
I was doing it while you guys were doing this.
Oh,
Well,
okay,
then-
so yeah, well,
I guess
let's
it's too
make
late.
sure that confirms, because technically they could have thrown it in storage. But if she walks by and confirms that it's closer to the lower half, then we are fucked.
Well,
And you are correct. It could be either or.
yeah, because I don't know distance. I just know, yeah. Okay, well,
in
either way,
storage.
we should get out of here because,
Yeah, yeah.
unless there's something else I can do while I'm invisible and pinging for a very specific necklace.
Let's head out, and Harold will lead the way out to try to run into Seisha.
Am I still invisible?
Say,
Yeah,
what
for
are
an hour.
what are you doing while this is going on?
I actually wasn't doing locate object. I'm doing
I know.
clairvoyance. I'm riding past where V's room is,
And you're on Bernie?
and I'm on Bernie.
Okay, duly noted.
So I'm basically just, okay, Bernie, keep going in a straight line, baby. And
Okay.
casting clairvoyance, basically in her window, like inside her room, to look at the room to see if her stuff is in there or if it's been emptied out. And if her stuff is in there, I want to look on the dresser to see if the necklace is there.
Okay.
You walk around.
Ride by.
Yeah, ride by, and there's actually just an alleyway that kind of separates. It's a small road, really, kind of separates other townhomes, very nice townhomes from this estate. So you walk past, and you look back over your shoulder towards V's room, and look into it via clairvoyance, and you see where there once was a room that would have been very reminiscent of V's current, but even more extravagant. You see rows and rows of hanging fine garments, coats, dresses. There is no bed, but in
Turn
its
it into a
place
closet?
are more beautiful cabinets and armoires, and it seems to be nothing more than a
Man, V called it. She literally purged the whole damn thing.
Fucking knew it.
And as you ride by with your passive perception, you see that two of the guards posted eye you as you ride by.
Okay. As soon as
You
she
are on a burning white flaming horse.
Yep. As soon as she finishes, she pats Bernie and waves to the guards and keeps riding.
Okay.
Because she's Seisha. Always say hi.
Yeah. Okay.
And then she'll head back to, she's going to stop off on the way back and buy some paper birds at a shop in the Sea Ward. I realize it's going to be more expensive, but it's part of covering my trail. So she'll buy a pack of paper birds.
Gotta have an alibi.
Right. So you have
I gotta roll a d4, is it?
go ahead and roll a d4, and it is 20 gold, if I remember correctly, for paper birds.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. 20
Okay, I got 3.
Okay.
Because it's plus
Three.
1, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
D4 plus
So I
1.
got 3.
Okay, great.
Okay, and she heads back.
Okay. All right. And are you and Harold? Are you and Kira heading back?
Yeah, I think we're gonna. We probably had like some meeting point, I would imagine, planned or something. But assuming we don't, then I guess we'll head back to the bar and just meet her there.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I figured we would do. Is 'cause
Yeah.
we're trying to remain.
I would have been against having a meeting place. out
Okay, then yeah. In
there.
that case, then we'll go to the bar.
Okay.
Am I still invisible when we get back to the bar?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
it-
That hasn't been a full
Yeah.
hour.
yeah, the North Ward where you reside and the Sea Ward are literally right next to each other. It was probably max 15-minute walk.
Yeah, I'd say you've been invisible at this point for 30, 45 minutes, just with staking out, talking, looking, making sure all is good. And then,
When we get back to the house, you'll hear Kira say, "Do I need to be incognito anymore, or are we safe now?"
I think we're good.
Okay.
And I will unconcentrate it.
Okay, good. Thanks. It's really weird not to be able to see my own feet.
Yeah, it's a weird feeling, but you get used to it, especially when you hide from things as often as I do.
Yeah, and you can powwow with everybody. Everybody can
Okay.
be there to hear this.
Good
So-
news. Bad
Okay.
news. The good news is that the plan worked.
Where is it?
Well, it's apparently either in a really bad place or in an okay place, and I will describe the ping.
So you said, okay, just a reminder, you said the ping was the east side, like the northeast side of the building?
Yeah, towards the center.
Harold, let's.
Well, there's a storage room there.
Yeah, and then on the first floor
Is
your dad's
kitchen?
office. Your dad's office. You know that's where it is.
But what if, like, Friedel just really liked it and put it in the kitchen?
I didn't think it was those kind of antlers.
No, it's not. It's not this kind of antlers.
I can't tell you for sure. I can't, like, ping exactly where it is. I just know direction.
There's something else, though, Stacia.
Yeah. Your mom turned your room into a closet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a lot of really nice clothes in there. Do you want us to set it on fire?
No, what? No, we're stop with the fire. We're not setting anything on fire.
Honestly, I was expecting them to turn it into some sort of, like, workout room.
No, it's a closet. There's a lot of really nice clothes. Like
I'm sure they
really
are.
nice clothes. Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, then
I
I
bet
will
she's
ask,
wearing my clothes. Oh my god.
I will ask the
Didn't
question.
even think
then.
about that.
Knowing that the possibility it may be in your office, is everyone still down to rob this place?
I really don't think it's a good idea.
Is
I
there
say
a
you
window?
check the storage room first.
What were we asking me?
We're gonna have
or who are
one
we asking?
shot at this. We're not gonna be able to make multiple trips.
Is there a window in your father's office?
Yes. It's towards the back. There's only one window.
And there'll be guards all over the place back there.
I will.
I can't do another ride by.
I will.
And it's right next to the, like, entertainment room that has the piano and everything, which has a ton of windows. So,
I should let you know that as long as I can see an area, I can teleport into a place. So if there's a window in that room, I could very easily get in and get out.
You say very easy.
he keeps he keeps the curtains closed all the time. Sorry, there's two windows, not one in that room.
Also, there were a lot of guards. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
this
a
is
big
not-
fancy place, so... And I'll describe where all the guards were that I saw.
Probably after all of what happened at the Castellaners, they're probably just up the security.
I think, and I don't want to jinx this, I think that this is a two-man job. I think the two people need to be inside this. If we're going to do a robbery, it can be whoever they want at least, but I don't want to go in there solo in case I need somebody to bail me out of a bad situation. And I'm just leaving that open.
I think it should be Voss and Harold, and V should come with me
Or
to get her
maybe-
mom out of the house.
I'm just
Do I
gonna ask...
have to?
I'm gonna ask the really dumb question. If they've put this piece of jewelry in a safe place, but no one's actually wearing it, you don't really want to just ask your mom for it?
There's no way she'd give me anything I ask for.
She would, in return for an apology for making a scene that day.
you're not going to really ask V to make an apology for something she shouldn't have to say she's sorry.
So-
I'm just pointing out that people's lives depend on this.
So, I can't believe I'm saying this, but if two people are going to go inside, one of them should be Vio Emiliana. In the event that you get caught, you are the least likely to be punished harshly. Even Elerthak Gathala wouldn't have you whipped in the public square or murdered. The rest of us can't say the same.
It's true.
Okay. But I'm gonna need a lot of health. I'm gonna need a lot of help being stealthy.
I can do that.
Harold.
I got
you
your
and
back
Harold
on
should
that.
do it then.
Okay, I mean, we do know the house the best.
Ooh, old
This
times.
is such a bad idea.
And if it's not downstairs, well, then it's good news. It's in the storage rooms upstairs, and like the empty room. Maybe a servant took it
It's
because that's where they sleep.
There is one thing I will ask. If you do go into the office, and assuming things go well, take a document that has his handwriting off of the desk. It can be anything. Innocuous.
Okay.
If we're pretty positive that we're gonna go ahead and do this, do you want me to find out for sure whether it's in the upstairs or the downstairs?
I don't think we should take another chance. The next time we go, we're doing the heist. And
Guards
the next
looked
time
at
we
me.
go.
Oh,
the
no, I'm not talking about that at all. And I will pull out my book and I will cast commune. Or commune. And I'm gonna be like, hi, have you seen my fuzzy hat? Did you see my fuzzy hat? And that's my first question.
Okay.
So go ahead.
I hope they saw it.
You're all sitting in the common room, and instantly the hearth just magically illuminates as it catches in fire and flame, and it erupts as smokeless flame just fills the entire flume of this hearth.
Do you like my hat?
Yes. And it dies down and then erupts again.
Listen, if I gotta deal with a lot of snow, then I'm gonna need a lot of fuzzy hats. Yeah, it's gonna be helpful. Okay, no, serious question time. That was kind of serious. I want to know. We're probably stealing this necklace that looks like big antlers, kind of cool. Belongs to V. It's either in the office or in the storage room. Is it in the office?
There is a moment of nothing as it just the flames stay the same before erupting in flames.
I was so
There you go.
hopeful.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
hopeful.
Maybe that's a really adamant no.
You have to understand, this is
No.
The fire.
This is literally the only room in the entire house I never got to go into in my years working there.
Well,
Thank
now I only ever went in there as a little girl, and I got kicked out most of the time.
Tisha, while I appreciate what you're trying to do, fire. The answer with fire is always yes. I got one more question. Anybody got a question for my god?
Nope. That was all 3 questions.
I asked,
was-
do you like my hat?
No,
Did you see my hat?
Oh,
Did
yeah,
you
no,
see
that's
my
right.
hat, and do you
See
like
my
my
hat?
hat?
No, you're right. Okay, thank you. Sometimes the role playing gets to me, and I just do the dumb
That's fair.
things. It's okay.
No, I think it was a
Super fair.
good question.
It was a
think
good
it was
question.
legit interaction.
Yeah, no, it was great.
And the Phoenix liked my hat.
I know, that was really nice.
Yeah.
Keeps
I wish
you
I
warm.
I honestly am very shocked that this necklace is in my dad's office of all places. It must be more important than I realized because he
may know
doesn't
you're
hold
gonna come
on
back
to
for it.
sentimental things.
Or he sees it as a trophy.
It's either he sees
Agreed.
it as a trophy or he thinks you're going to come back for it.
Yeah. He
Or
might know it's
both.
important to someone else. Is it
Do you think
important
it'll
to your-
just be out on display or hidden
If
somewhere?
it's a trophy, yes.
If I
If
have to
it's-
face Ellerthrak in his fucking office, that'll be the second scariest fight.
Oh no, we're going to make sure he's not there,
Okay.
right?
Can
Right?
you do
We're
your...
not going to do it if he's home, right?
No.
Oh.
I mean, if it's at night, he might be asleep.
No, but I thought
it's-
the whole idea is we do this during the day.
We are doing it during the day. Okay, gosh, I've
Yeah.
heard so many mixed messages about this. I was unsure.
Now, my understanding is we're still doing this during the day.
Yeah.
Sasha will try to get mom to go for tea. I don't know. I
Yeah.
wasn't sure with that. V and Harold are going inside, and the rest of us are going to be outside doing stuff to
He might
make it
have to be there.
easier.
Harold,
He might have to be there.
Why?
I don't know any way into the room without his key.
The window
the window. Do you not
would be locked.
teleportation?
Let me ask you
Better
this.
and better.
I could try to pick it.
So now we know it's in his office. He's gonna notice it's gone. Do
Yeah.
you just want to make this a smash and grab?
Well, if we're leaving the city,
We don't want to
pretty
leave.
soon.
We don't
We're
want to
still going to be
leave.
wanted.
And that leaves
know.
everything we care about completely unprotected from us.
So you
This has
still
to
want
be
this to
clean,
be
and we need a fake. Here's what we do. We go to Tally. We have Tally make a recreation of it. We take the recreation, we put it in the office, we take that one, we go out. It's going to take us a couple of days to get the recreation done. We get all of our prep ready to leave. We leave, we get the thing done, we give it a day to make sure that there's no unrest, no weirdness. We check everything, make sure everything's clear. And when everything's clear, we take whatever time we have to get the hell out of the city.
Nice. Do you not know? This is out of game. Do you not know Dimension Door? Ethan?
Me?
Yeah.
Do me know Dimension Door? That was
No.
a weird way to ask
Does
that.
Harold know Dimension Door? Because I sworn he did.
I do not. I knew it when I was a guest star on Arkira's show. I knew it there in the future. So one day I'll know it. But I want a greater invisibility, damn it.
Yeah, that's where I remember it from, because that would make this so easy. Walk up to that window, foom, foom, grab it, foom, foom, bye.
Yeah.
See y'all.
I could lend you thieves' tools.
Oh!
Did you find a mouse?
No, I just had a thought. Okay.
Oh.
So there's curtains hanging, right?
Yeah.
Can't you make wind blow, Venley?
A very gentle wind, really.
So you could make the curtains move just enough to see in and then Misty step in, right?
The window would have to be open for that to work.
Oh, it would?
No, I can create sensory effects somewhere I can see, but I can't see the other side of the glass.
Right. But if you could blow the curtain, you'd be able to see through into the room, and wouldn't you be able to pop in there?
Possibly. Or I could just get Savar to sneak in through an open window at some point, have him hide in the house, and then...
Did I see any open windows when I was riding by the house?
He's also...
Honestly, you were riding by so fast and you were focused on one point to see in order to cast a spell.
I just meant like while I was approaching.
Oh, what about the suggestion you had earlier about Mage Hand?
You'd have to be able to see.
I would. But I can do Mage Hand with my lantern.
The thing we have to think about is
you don't have to...
I want to do some research to make sure that he doesn't have some kind of spells on things in there, and to make sure that if somebody comes in, they get screwed.
That's why she uses
Like
Mage
booby
Hand
traps.
at the door. You don't walk in. Use Mage Hand at the door to pick up the necklace and give it to you. That way, if he asks, you can say, I never set foot in that office.
Stacia's got a good point. We get the door open, you Mage Hand the thing over to you, then you Mage Hand the fake one back over. We never even walk into the office. But at the same time, let's be honest with ourselves. If I get in that office, I'm going in and looking through some of his shit. That's happening.
Yeah.
No!
Why not?
Because you have to get in and out.
Are I supposed to take it?
To his wardrobe, and you told me I can't go in there and look at his fucking paperwork?
No!
I just want to see what he gets into.
Oh, that is such a bad idea.
Didn't you guys want me to pick up like a piece of paper with his writing on it?
Did.
Oh, just Voss? I thought, okay. Well, I mean, why was that again?
It might be something very interesting for Blaven to have.
Why?
Thoughts in the future.
If we can just get...
Wait, why would it be a good idea for Blaven to have it?
Because he's a forger.
He's a what?
Yeah.
Yes.
What, he like goes finds mushrooms in the woods?
That's a forager.
Forager.
He's a
That's what we're going to
forger.
be doing.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
He makes stuff?
No, he can write in other people's handwriting.
Oh,
He can.
forger.
Oh, I was thinking like you
Boss does not
forge a
give a shit. He's revealing
weapon or
this.
something.
Yeah.
No wonder he was watching me write stuff.
I mean, V, you're not wrong. Words are just weapons to the right
Well,
people.
Stacia, what is he gonna sign for you for? Is what? Maybe so. What? Maybe you had to
I
pay.
don't know, but I don't like it.
Maybe you had to pay for a couple of taxis you didn't think you'd have to pay for. I'm sure he's not over there like.
Oh, do we all hate Blaven now?
No, I'm just.
Do we all just hate him now? Is this the way the wind?
No, I think he's
my.
neat.
I just don't like
he's
a forger
alright.
knowing how to sign my name.
But when he walks in the bright sun, it's painful to get behind him.
Well,
You
it's
all told
something
me-
worth having.
It's the head. It's so shiny.
So shiny.
So shiny.
You all
Do you
told
think
me-
he waxes it?
I would.
Oh, he definitely
He's
waxes
gotta.
that dome.
There's no
I
way.
mean, come
Harold.
on, who wouldn't? Oh,
Can I speak
yeah.
to you privately for a second?
Sure. I will step over somewhere private with him.
Step over. Just before I reveal this to the rest of the group, is everyone aware of your plans with the Red Wing?
Yeah, more or less. I think everybody's aware I'm doing something with him.
Okay. This is a thought I've had, and I want to swing it by you before I even bring it up. There is a way to ensure he is not in the house.
Oh?
This is the same thing I talked to you about beforehand. Have Jarlaxle hit one of his shipments. Do it the same day that that's there. I guarantee you he won't be in that house.
It's just weird timing for...
Exactly. Because we can pin all of this on the Red Wing. The Red Wing hit his shipments, and the Red Wing robbed his house. It expands.
That's pretty
Oh, sorry,
good.
I'm not part of this conversation. I'm sorry.
That's actually a pretty good idea.
It expands your legend. We now have the manpower behind to make this live. And also, Manchun, who probably knows Ellerthak is a masked lord, has to wonder why that one was hit. Is Manchun's ally. Lest
Okay.
we forget.
I like it. I think it's a good plan.
Then, if we ransack the house, assuming we're all appropriately dressed, yes, it's a robbery. But it's the Red Wing's doing, not ours.
Yeah, we take a few things of value, just things that are laying around the house, and we make sure one of them's that necklace.
Agreed. Then it just seems like a smash and grab.
Yep.
It doesn't seem targeted.
Even if he realizes, even if we do it stealthily and he looks around and he realizes things are missing, the only thing he could do is assume it had something to do with the Red Wing.
Yes. That way we can do this at night.
Which I would much prefer. All right, yeah, let's talk to folks.
All right.
And I will let Voss. I will head back to the group, and if Voss has a good plan, I think we should listen to it.
I reiterate the same plan I just had, where we have Jarlaxle posing as the Red Wing, hit one of the Cathalan shipments before we rob the house. That will drive Ellerthak out of the house to investigate the fact that one of his shipments is burning in the harbor, leaving him out. Then any mistakes we made will be seen as work of the Red Wing rather than us specifically. A general smash and grab and a robbery. We stay as stealthy as long as we can, but when we don't, and Voss assumes that we're not going to be able to, it seems like a robbery perpetrated by another gang in Waterdeep rather than tying it back to us.
Grab a couple of things of value, along with the necklace and some paperwork. We run out the door, and he's over there chasing something that doesn't exist.
Yes.
It's a
Plus,
really
we can
good
do it at
plan.
night. Stealing things during the day is risky business.
It's a good plan. It's just a lot of lies to get caught up in.
The whole of the Red Wing is a lie to get caught up in.
Yeah.
This expands
Right.
the lie and actually makes it more concrete.
Are we all part of the conversation now, or is it
Yeah,
just
yeah, everyone's
Ross
part of
and
the
Harold?
conversation.
Okay.
No, this is everything.
Yeah, yeah. I was about to say I just realized we should steal a bunch of random stuff. I guess I'll pick up things that look important, so maybe you could get him off.
Ooh,
Art
that ugly
track?
statue we hated. Yes. Grab
Oh,
that
yeah!
little thing, the little fucking singer. Yeah, grab her.
What was up with that?
I hated that thing.
I
It
never
looks like it
understood.
followed you around when you walked. I hated that thing.
Seisha, if this helps, this is actually kind of one less lie because now you don't have to try to talk to the mom, and we don't
Yeah.
have to try to like lie to a whole bunch of people.
And-
We're
No,
just
I know.
doing a
I'm just.
Technically, Harold is telling the truth. It is the Red Wing doing it.
I know. I just.
We'd have to be disguised.
scared. I'm really scared.
You're scared. I
That's
have to
because
go
you're
into
smart.
his private place. I'm pretty sure he has a private bathroom in there. Who knows what lurks inside?
Also, this is another time where many hands could make light work. Because at this point, so long as we're all disguised, it won't matter as much if we get caught, so long as none of us get caught.
Well,
It doesn't matter if we get seen if we're in disguise, but getting
Exactly.
caught is bad.
I mean,
Bad.
I'm kind of hard to disguise.
If anyone's
Me-
not comfortable doing this,
I'm
I don't
totally
think
comfortable
that-
doing this, but I just
Yeah.
don't know if disguise is the way I need to go.
I mean, they could make you invisible.
I'll make you invisible.
Invisible's
then-
good.
B and I will be in disguise when we go in. We will go and do everything we can as long as we can stealthily. If we get lucky and get out stealthy, great. And if we don't, okay, we make it a smash and grab. We book it out. We make a break for it. We ditch the stuff, and then we go back to the bar and celebrate with some beers.
Do you think we could get a couple of the Doom Raiders to dress up like us and be seen in the
Potentially.
town?
we could get a couple of.
If someone could look like
Or some
me
doppelgangers
somewhere else in the
that
town,
would
that would
make
help a
money.
lot.
We technically know a guy.
No, Vinley waves her hands and turns into V.
Yeah, just don't talk to
What I'm
anyone.
saying is, if there's other people who could look like us, so everybody has a duplicate in
I
town.
know
Yeah.
a guy. He's not gonna sound like me.
That's fine.
We know several people that can do exactly this.
Yeah.
Have an alibi, that sort of thing. I
Yeah.
understand.
I can
Hey.
go talk to Javier right now.
Quick question. If you know a bunch of people who are really good at disguising themselves, why don't you just ask them to steal the thing?
Oh,
We don't want to put anybody else into the position of possibly being killed.
yeah.
Yeah, they also don't have
Oh,
as much
okay.
knowledge of the house in case we have to find an alternate route.
Okay, that's true. All right.
Like
You
just
guys
no-
go ahead. If something horrible happens and you wind up in jail, I'll come bail you out.
Well, we still have a favor from the open one.
That's how I was going to bail you out.
there.
So what we can assume is that now that we got a plan, it's going to take us a long time to get it all set up. We've got plenty of time to handle all the rest of our business. And I recommend everybody getting their personal business out of the way before we pull this heist, because if something goes wrong, we're all screwed.
Except for the
Well-
people who weren't there.
Yeah, in which case we hope that you're going to bail us out, break us out of whatever awful dungeon, whatever heroic thing you had to do to save us. Clearly, the people who are in the right, stealing from a noble family.
We're
Could
not
also get us a
stealing.
piece.
We're not stealing. We're taking back something that's mine, and
Exactly.
then picking up a few extra things.
That.
Could also
Doing
get us some
that.
Gathalan steel.
If there's like a sword or something in that office on
Not in the
display,
house.
sure, but
Not in the house.
okay.
When Jarlaxle hits the shipment.
That's how we're going to have to sell it to Jarlaxle, is like, hey, you could catch some Gathalian steel if you get in.
Exactly.
Man, I used to have so much stuff.
He'll get the lion's share, of course.
I
Hey,
used to have
trust me.
just daggers
Sorry,
and
that just
Gathalian
makes me
steel
laugh.
just cuz on display, and now it's a closet.
If it helps, stuff is overrated, especially when you gotta move a lot.
Well, yes, but I will wear this.
And
In
we'll
any
get-
case, this sounds like a more concrete plan.
I agree.
Okay, well, I'm glad we have a plan because, boy, I didn't before now.
Things had to change very quickly now that we know exactly where the necklace is.
That means we're going to do some moving and shaking to get all this in line. We're going to need costumes. We're going to need to fake one of those necklaces. Do we even want to get the fake anymore?
No, it's pointless. This is a smash and grab that we did not perpetuate.
Agreed. There's no point to have a fake one, or otherwise they'll know that one's important.
V, this does mean you can't wear that necklace in public.
Right, well, when we leave.
Yeah, we'll be outside the city.
Yeah, but if we're going to the place where your dad has a mine and there's going to be people that work for your dad,
You
But
can't- You can't wear it at the mine.
All right, I won't wear it at the mine.
you'll still have it.
Yeah.
You might even want to just leave it in the house because if it's really, 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 really important, he might go
Take
looking
it with
for
you.
No, I think it's
Take
important.
it with
she
you.
takes
I need to
with
keep
her.
it on my
Some of your
person.
ancestors, you're going to need it.
I
Okay.
want to take it with.
But you got to keep it hidden because there might be people who see it and then.
I'll put it in a bag.
I have a bag of holding.
Binley, I'll put it in Binley's bag.
Okay.
All right, we got a plan. All right, go team BFGs. Now let's. I want a nice hat. And he's like, and he takes
Yes!
his acorn hat and he puts it on and he's like, I'm all set.
Now we need pie to celebrate.
That sounds delicious.
Yeah.
Sure. Mama,
I'll ask Javier to make a meat pie real quick. I'll be right back.
He's got some more dragon.
Meat
Oh, wait, we're
pie.
gonna eat the dragon meat.
No, I'm not eating any of the dragon meat. What was that about? Where are you going?
Oh.
Finley?
He's
I
gonna
was
ask
going-
Javier.
to Mama Uwe's to pick up some spell supplies for when we leave. I think 10 castings of seance should suffice. Just
If you're
so
heading
many.
out, I'll accompany. I have business outside as well.
Can I come with you? I still need to find a whole bunch of diamond dust and some other things.
Certainly.
So
You
she's
would
got.
be shocked at how much diamond dust Mama Uwe has. I don't know where she gets it. It's just, have you ever been into a shop where there's a little bowl on the counter where you pay? She just has a huge bowl of diamond dust just sitting right there.
What happens
Boss?
if you sneeze?
Yes.
Boss,
Bad thing.
what would be a good rate to pay somebody to give me rumors and things they've heard on the streets? Like a weekly rate?
A copper.
Give you rumors? You
Yeah.
asking for a spy?
Yeah, I'm hiring spies.
Would I know? Would I know that off the top of my head?
It depends on.
Yeah, that's
the
what I'm
level of
thinking.
Spy and.
I'm gonna
Who-
go talk to those guys and
who are
tell
you
them that I
contracting?
want regular reports with stuff they hear on the streets, and I'm gonna put them on the payroll.
Those guys. Okay. I don't know specifically, but if I had to guess, don't start in gold.
Okay.
Probably start in bronze, insult them a little bit, and then see where they actually end up with.
Okay.
That's not even a currency.
Nope. It's, was it brass?
Copper.
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 No, get some bronze and insult them with non-currency
I'll
metal.
give you a candlestick a week.
There you go.
I have a lollipop and this expired ticket, and I would like to know what that can get me. Thank you.
There you go. Whatever's in your pockets. Gotcha.
Okay, thanks.
So good.
Best of luck.
Alright. So we're going to get into today and the rest of the couple of days as you plan your heist and the other things in preparing for leaving the city. Voss, are you going to Mama Uwe's as well, or are you
I
splitting off?
will go with them to Mama Uwe's. I will not go inside the shop.
Okay, and that's where we'll start.
Yeah.
Along the way there, I will turn to Akira and say, "You've never been there before, correct?"
No, but you could say that about most of the city. I've basically been the couple places that we've been to. I've been to the Yawning portal.
I see Vinley's expression of "ooh" off in the corner of my eye, and I just say, "Well, I know you are a fairly devout cleric, and she does not run a shop that would be kosher to that specifically. She's not. She's Vinley, talk.
She has undead. She has quite a few undead.
Oh, okay. No, that's
They're
Yeah.
quite adorable.
You
like
got-
these. And she waves her hands, and all three of her familiars appear above her head, and she catches Phelan as she falls.
Listen, we've had this discussion before. Your definition of adorable and mine differ wildly. I'm glad you told me, because we would walk in and I would immediately explode. So please, warn me ahead of time.
And I start putting the eyeballs back in Phelan. Listen, I understand. We just wanted to give you a heads up on what you're about to witness.
That's good. Yeah.
Sign no contracts and make no compacts."
Or just pay for what you want.
Are they a fae too?
No, they just like to get their stuff done.
Well, who
Yes.
doesn't? I wasn't planning on stealing. But no, this is good, because then I won't walk in and immediately turn undead.
I would appreciate that.
I'm sure
as
she
well.
would too.
Brother's hand would as well. Anyway,
Is there
Voss,
anything else I should be worried about?
she might be in the middle of reading a prophecy, and if that's happening, just let me handle it. Don't even look behind the beaded curtain. It will scar you for the rest of your life, probably.
Okay.
Hold your god's fire close, I suppose.
Oh, I always do that. But you probably don't want me to burn the place down, so I'll be careful.
I, once again, kind of give you a look and just maybe. Maybe.
With my passive insight, I just kind of look back at you like, really? Alright. Well, if this is where I gotta go get a bunch of diamond dust so I can cure you guys of stuff when things go bad, and this is what we'll do.
When you give Orkira that look, Vinley, who's like kind of sitting across from both of y'all, kind of turns her head towards Voss where only he can see Vinley's face, and her eyes go jet black. And then she just turns away, and as she turns, they fade back to normal to look at Orkira.
Orkira is pointing at the eyeball and is like, if you weren't undead, I could fix that. I'm just saying.
I could too. I could suture it up really nicely, but she quite likes it.
And this is why we have a different definition of what's cute and what's adorable.
I do believe while I'm here, I should change to Sar. And she reaches up and pulls him down by a flame. Just like a real animation style of pulling where it's like gum pulling a flame, and pulls Tassar down and says, I feel as though I should change his form for when we're traveling. And she looks at Voss, unless we could use it for an intimidation factor. And she lets it go, and Tassar floats up like a balloon.
Doing a decent job of that currently. Your familiars are your business.
She rubs the face of Tassar. It's just like
the grinning skull and the blue flames flickering up.
I get out as soon as we're there.
Teeth clack together. As you run your hand across its bald skull. But you, Orkira, Voss and Vinley, make your way down to the 3-leveled labyrinth that is the trades board. And you start to get confused. Or Orkira, you get confused as Vinley leads you down a narrow back alley as you navigate past rubbish bins and empty crates. It is definitely the backside of the merchant ward buildings that feels like it should only be accessible by those that work the shops. But eventually, you're led to a hole in the wall with old aged wood doorless entranceway that is covered in chalk runes.
An emaciated raven sits perched on an iron bar that looks like it should be holding a shop sign, but instead now hangs a set of dried, boned wind chimes. You cross the threshold where you notice a thin line of crushed, vibrant red dirt embedded into the floorboard at the entranceway. There is a series of beaded doors hanging down a small hallway, lined with small pieces of parchment, talismans, charms, candles, and burning sage from dangling stencils. Deep within the hallway, you find yourself in a 15 by 15 foot room, seemingly littered with all matters of occult objects.
You see stitched dolls of various likenesses, mummified hands, dried body parts of different beasts hanging from metal netting, ornate hand-carved wooden masks, small bags filled with herbs and incense designed to ward off different creatures, effigies and trinkets depicting various deities and more. Not an inch of space besides the floor is spared, filled with all manner of magical components and creations. You could probably spend hours in here and still not see every object or oddity that lies within.
And from behind a sheeted doorway comes out a small blind tiefling head witch. Her skin is a dark purple and coarse, like freshly turned earth, with lilac freckles stretched across her skin like a map of the constellations. On her shoulder is an estranged, mummified, detached hand that crawls from one side to the other and perches on its fingertips.
Miss Vinley, what can Mama do for you? And who is your new dragon friend? I see him wait outside, not want to come and see Mama no more.
Yeah, this is Orkira.
Hi, dragonborn, not dragon.
Yes. This is Mama Uwe.
Hi.
I came for spell components, like always.
We'll gather what you need and then bring it here.
Perfect. And I'll be right back, Orkira. Feel free to ask Mama Uwe any questions that you have. And Vinley's gonna head back to the beaded door and put her head through it and be like, "Hey, do you want anything from in here?" As she's
No.
looking at Voss.
No, I
You sure?
can't. No.
Why? There's plenty of things that could help you.
Such as?
What I gave to V, the talisman of protection. She sells all kinds of effigies and totems to protect people.
Before I begin giving her money again, I have other things I need to attend to in this city.
I have 1,000 gold on credit with the store.
Surprise me then.
That's all I wanted to hear. And she backs back into the store and just starts shopping.
Boss regrets saying that, but wanted to get her off his back.
While that conversation's happening, Orkira will awkwardly stand in the store looking at Mama Uwe, very consciously trying not to touch anything because like there's stuff everywhere and she's trying not to be rude. And she'll say, I needed some spell stuff myself. I don't suppose you've got a whole bunch of ivory strips, some incense, and some diamond dust, do you?
This be your first time, obviously, to Mama Uwe's. I have them no problem. And
okay, that'd be good.
Look down at her shoulder, whisper some things and nod, and you see the hand just crawl down her arm and start gathering things from across the room and gathering it on the table in front of you. And there's ivory strips, there's some diamond dust in a bag, and anything else that you should need.
Yep. Pretty much any of your components that have a gold cost you can get here. So.
Oh, that's not adorable at all. Yay. Okay. Yeah. Hi.
Don't be speaking ill of my kin. That's my brother.
I'm not speaking ill of anybody. I'm just not predisposed to undead things. I'm trying my best to not make it be a big deal, but I keep running into them.
From a back corner, Vinley doesn't shout, but says loudly, she's doing wonderful. It's all a bit of an adjustment for her, truly.
I have a lot of things I gotta chat with my God about, that's all. But it's all right.
Maybe to ease them tension, I do a reading for you.
A reading of what?
I have a Toroka.
Okay.
Finley just appears next to Orkira suddenly.
Oh.
Are we doing a reading?
Is that a thing?
It's wonderful. She's going to tell you future.
It'd be a 10 dragons.
Okay, I mean...
Take it from my credit.
Oh, no, I'll pay for it. I mean, I should probably do something nice if I'm going to walk in and insult your brother. And so I'll give her 10 dragons and...
Okay. All right.
Mama liked you.
And she
well, I
kind of
did
smiles.
just give you 10 dragons. So, you know.
You can see the corners of her eyes wrinkle even more as she stares at you with the cataract white eyes. And you watch as she pulls out an even older looking wooden box carved with runes and arcane sigils that she opens to reveal a heavily worn, ornate, custom Toroka deck.
Take them cards, child, and shuffle them to your heart's desire. Whisper whatever words you wish into them, as long as them come from your heart. Them make for more accurate reading.
Is this like a... I'm not making a wish, am I?
Mama powerful, but she not a djinn.
Okay. So what kind of things do I ask?
You speak whatever words you want. You don't ask question. It just revealed to you what the cards want to show. You want to say them prayer. You want to just whatever word you want.
Okay. I'll take the cards, awkwardly shuffle them. Obviously not at all used to shuffling cards.
Not very well well versed with deck shuffling.
No. It's obvious that this is she's unused to this, and she probably gets distracted every once in a while by just looking at the cards. That's kind of pretty. Oh, sorry. And she'll cut them a bunch of times, and then not knowing what else to do, she will pray to the Phoenix out loud, holding the cards, and she'll just say, I hope you don't mind me asking the cards questions. I'll talk to you later, though. Thank you. And I'll pass over the cards.
You hand back the deck to the woman, and in a flourish, she pulls the first card that falls face down to the circular shale-covered table, the shawl covered. The hand clambers down her side and flips it over to reveal a black card with a green serpent Ouroboros circle in the center that begins to move, chasing its own tail, and fades from green to red to black as it seems to devour itself into nothing, blending into the card background.
Dim card have many meaning, but I feel a great tie to Jewel, to Dim Ouroboros. Him changes that end in him demise. But all dim thing end as dim began in the endless circle.
And Orkara gives Mama a very long look. Do you know Avron?
Who this Avron you speak of?
Can I insight her?
Sure, make an insight check.
I don't need to. I know she probably doesn't know who he is.
Dirty 20?
Mama has no idea who this Avron is.
If she does, she doesn't know him by name or, personal.
By that name, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that actually makes a lot of sense. It's kind of what I figured was going on anyway.
The next card is laid face down and flipped to reveal the exact depiction of the back of the card. You see Mama's head cocked to the side as you hear a loud caw come from above, where you see the raven has followed you in. The severed, reanimated hand flips the card again and again, revealing the same image on both sides.
I do not know dim magics. Dim card is not in my Turoka.
She quickly throws down a new card, and as it flips, revealing 3 chalices, one of each is emblazoned with the image of a bat and looks to be filled with blood.
3 cups, a symbol of being reunited with friends. But that dim chalice there, she points to the one in the center, looks to be corrupted by something dark. Perhaps a challenge your friends will face, or one they will become.
Well, I get sent a lot of places to help a lot of people. If I get to see friends, I'm okay with that. I'm a little worried about the card you said not in your deck. That's not a normal thing?
I do not have a card that has the same on the back as it is the front.
Well, you did just turn a card over that had an Ouroboros on it, which is the same that it begins as an ending, right?
This is true.
And that was supposed to represent her present, correct? The middle card?
These cards are just reading your friend. You're not speaking for something specific.
I've done a lot of weird things, so I don't think you should take it personally if your cards are confused. But I appreciate you trying. That first one actually kind of confirmed something that I thought.
But if you want the last reading, since the second card not tell you something you need to know.
You watch as the final card laid before you is flipped over to reveal a card filled with a stylized smoke or mist. In the smoke, you see it fade to reveal a silhouette of a humanoid with draconic wings and horns. And as the light hits the card, the holographic shimmer gives the illusion of the card illuminating in flames, engulfing the entirety of the card. It then seems to shift to show the silhouette of a full dragon winding through the smoke of the aftermath.
Mist means something shrouded or something uncertain. You have a troubled past and an uncertain future. It fades and reveals multiple outcomes, seemingly overlapped on top of themselves.
Yeah, I had to fix a thing. That's why you thought I was a dragon at first, is I had a fiend decide to play with what I was, and I fixed that. It's not gonna happen that way.
Perhaps an uncharted path of multiple outcomes, or, as the first card, everything begin as it them end in a circle. All be one in them same.
It's a little bit of both, actually. Yeah. So, I know someone who's connected to the Ouroboros, and I pray to a god that is all about resurrection. So, kind of all makes sense.
But that's all them cards say. Ojueti, you got everything you need.
Yeah, I think so.
I'd like your opinion. I have a rather troublesome friend who is very afraid of magic, and does not like to be anywhere around it. Would you happen to have some sort of totem or trinket that person could hold on to make them a little more safe, particularly with things affecting their mind?
And Orkira will look at Finley and say, "Oh, is that why Voss didn't come in here?"
Precisely.
Okay.
This talk behind Voss's back day, like what the hell's up?
Oh no, when she said it, she definitely said it loud enough to get through the beaded curtain.
Probably did, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
The thing you're talking about, Mama not have. It very rare. Cost tens of thousands of dragons. As it can literally turn the spell away from you.
Oh, do you have anything similar or less powerful, but along the same lines? Perhaps a ring that could shield one from the onslaught of someone's psychic attack?
Finley, look around yourself. Have bags of protection, components, pieces of paper and parchment.
Fair.
Does this look like a jewelry shop?
I keep forgetting, Mama. Your craftsmanship is so divine that I just keep thinking that you're gonna start. I'm gonna look around. Goodbye. And she's gonna look around for something that Voss might like.
And there are things that are hanging from her horns and stuff like that that can be reminiscent of jewelry, but they all look kind of more hedge witchy and fetishy in that sense. Nothing that is the typical coveted rings and brooches and stuff like that.
Hey, you can have a cute little wooden ring.
Orkira will get so what she needs is 4 ivory strips for 50 gold each. I want to get some more incense, and then how much diamond dust can I get?
400 pounds.
Do not tempt me.
It's 50 gold for 4 strips, just so you know, not 1 each.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
And you get, let's say, up to 2,000 gold worth of diamond dust, but that's basically cleaning her out.
Okay. I'll get 1,000 gold. And so that would be 1,300 gold worth of stuff. And as I'm finishing up, as Vinley's looking around, I'll say, is there anything I can do for you? You were nice about giving me the reading and stuff.
To Mama.
Oh, I thought you were talking to Vinley.
I mean, I offer that to Vinley all the time too, but she seems to really like you, and even though you've got like creepy undead things, I like to help. That's what I'm here
Perhaps steer away from the word creepy.
for. I mean, I'm just being honest.
Mama knows that what she carries around her is typically unsavory.
It's just sad. It's sad, but chances are you're not going to meet another Phoenix cleric, and so, you probably shouldn't have a problem.
Can I roll an insight on that?
Sure.
Mama
On what?
Uwe's reaction to Phoenix cleric?
Okay.
No! Oh, okay, it's 11. It looks like a 4. So 14.
Conflicted.
Okay.
Yeah. Not malice or anything, but definitely conflicted.
At first, it sounded like a worry, and I was like, Mama's got a history.
In which case, I'd want to know.
Yeah.
Mama's complex. She says, as for now, there's nothing Joe can do for Mama, but I appreciate your offer. If I think of something, maybe I tell Vinley or Joe when you come back.
Yeah, I think we're around for a while. I got sent here to help, so. And the diamond dust is going to be a lot of help. I feel like I'm going to have to do a lot of restorating soon.
And you notice that her diamond dust is different. It's red. Doesn't affect the component in any way. It's just a red. It's a red diamond.
I'll put it in my hand for a second and go, why is it red?
I like to work in things that are more beneficial for what I do. It'd be fine for what you do, though.
I've never even heard of red diamonds. They've always been clear.
Vinley comes walking up with like a bag of stuff. And Tassar has one of the loops of the bag in his mouth, and Phelan is also holding on another one of the handheld loops while Vinley's holding it from the bottom. So they're just helping her carry it. I get a ton of spell supplies. But I'm also looking for the item for Voss. And
the best you can find is like protection from like bag of protection, kind of like the other thing that you got before, which you have one of aberration, but you don't have
In the other
the
stuff.
the list of others that exist. And to get a fetish made would take longer than you have before you leave.
yeah. Does she have like a trinket section?
Want to roll on the trinket table?
Yeah.
Okay, roll
Yeah,
on the trinket
sure.
table.
Okay.
I got you this commemorative license plate.
I found a pen with your name on it. Hey.
Yeah. It doesn't say Voss, it says Vase, so you can live with that.
Maybe we can fix it together. It'll be like a little project me and you can do, like on the way down.
Oh, y'all could have an inside joke.
And as you go over to the area that's just basically filled with odds and ends and stuff, there's something that sticks out, and it is a mummified goblin hand.
And she very delicately picks it up out of the bin and holds it by the fingers and goes, he collects scalps, so I'm sure he'll love this. And
That's sound logic.
she'll bring that up as well.
He collects
Mama
what?
tells you Mama tells you that with the amount of stuff that you're all buying, that is free.
Yep.
Oh, thank you.
Free gift with large order.
Oh, buy 10 hands, get this 11th one free. Hey.
Question, Mama. Would you be open to apprenticing me on the tarot as the cards?
It is something I learned from Vistani.
Oh. Yeah, oh, that woman in the black market. Not her, but understand. I won't pressure it.
You can learn, but it may take some time.
Oh, of course. I'm actually coming into a lot of free time, a lot of downtime that I'll be able to practice with. A lot of time spent walking. And I have a very big bullfrog that acts like a table.
Okay. Would you like to buy a Taroka deck?
Yeah.
Okay.
She looks for I'm looking for the edgiest one. She's looking for what she thinks is classy. I'm looking for bones and death and everything like that.
Make sure you get one that has the card that's the same on both sides.
Good point.
Okay.
And she'll buy one of those as well.
All right. It's 25 gold.
Tight. Let's see. I think that's it, and I'm still gonna have 875 gold pieces in credit with Mama.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you get your various components and other things, and you get the rest of everything else you need. She takes it off of the tab that you have with her.
It was wonderful seeing you. I believe this might be the last time I see you before I leave with the others, but we'll be back.
I'll be waiting for you when you come back.
Of course. Feel free to
Okay,
send me a message anytime you need something. I'll keep an eye out for that flower.
That's all Mama wants.
A flower?
Good meeting, Joe. Okay.
Yeah, you too. Hopefully we'll be back soon, and I'll not need so much diamond dust. But if I need more, I'll come to you. Okay? Sorry about the weirdness with your deck.
My brother.
No, I mean the cards.
Oh. No problem. I'll find out what's wrong.
I don't think there's anything wrong. I think it's just me.
And you see Mama start flipping over cards, and she just quickly runs through the whole deck, and that card is not in there.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I'll let Averin know you said hi. And she'll walk away.
All right. And as you head out and separate to go run your other errands for the day.
I do want to ask Vinley's for leaving. What flower?
Oh, she'll explain to you exactly what the flower is and why Voss was gassed in front of Voss.
Like he's not there.
Yeah, we're walking out as you say what flower, and then she just launches into the story of the flower and tells Orkira everything that happened. But we don't have to talk about this. But Vinley needs to stop by the Blackstaff once again because she forgot to leave Aranax's ashes with Fajra.
Okay.
Oh, easily
Yeah.
doable. And
You just
that can be done within your downtime. Don't think we need to hit on it. It happens. But as we before we move into the rest, we're gonna take a break.
Oh,
Hey.
And then we will move on for the rest of the downtime as we make our way towards a heist. But
Oh,
That
boy.
wasn't ominous at all. Nothing ominous about that. Nope.
And with that, let's hear from our sponsors.
Loud now!
Well, howdy, y'all.
How you doing, Logan?
I'm doing well.
Great. That's awesome. You like my sweet tat?
We're here to talk about Eldritch Foundry.
Hang on to your ass meat, people, because I'm about to help you buy Wild Mount.
So I had a bit about trying to intimidate you. That's why I had leather gloves on, but I don't have the heart for it.
Oh, you know, I really gotten into those dang old Dungeons and Dragons games, and these little plastic people, oh, they sure are darn heckin' lifelike, and I was afraid one of them hag creatures cursed my friends.
Hold on to that ass meat more, clip it to your body close like the loving tenderness of your own child, because, oh my god, you have a sweet tat.
It's a sweet tat.
That's an excellent sweet tat.
Thank you.
Hi. I might have forgotten my dice today, and I may have forgotten when I do my bit. But what I didn't forget is RockPunch.
Hey, I know what you're asking. Logan, you magnificent bastard. How can I possibly get this amazing Explorer's Guide to Wild Mount? Well, you can at D&D Beyond. But that's not all you get, you strange man looking through your video screen, or woman, whichever the case may be.
It's from the Beetle and Grimm Gold Edition box for Eberron, Rising from the Last War.
You purchase the pre-order, you'll get exclusively unlocked 6 exclusive character sheet backgrounds, creative art in the book, as well as 6 color themes to match each background. Wild Mount! Why haven't you bought it already? What are you doing with your life?
RockPunch makes really cool stuff like this.
So just go to d4dnd.com and buy our merch so I don't have to try and intimidate you. Because I love you all. That's d4dnd.com.
Wild Mount! Do it!
So if you want to check those things out, do it. Am I beautiful?
Always. Without further ado.
And we're back. after with lots of apple pie.
Happy Pie Day, everybody.
Happy Pie Day.
The BFGs learned a little bit more information as Stacia asked the Stone of Golor 3 more questions. And then V brought up an interesting idea of returning something to her that she may have lost and left at the Gathalan estate, and has asked the BFGs to help her plan a heist of gaining this antlered necklace gifted to her from her grandmother that was once belonged to her grandfather. They discussed that, and Binley, Orkira, and Voss went down to Mama Uwe's to gather some magical supplies and components before heading out into the wilderness for what could be a perceivably long time. So, we return with Binley and Orkira exiting with Voss outside. And what are you doing?
I have never had this much diamond dust ever in my life. This is amazing.
I'm happy for you.
You will be when I need to cast Greater Restoration.
Yes, I am happy for you. Thank you. In any case, I need to go to 2 places, as well as stop by, I would assume, a sort of hunting lodge to pick up bear traps.
Are we hunting bears?
The name bear trap implies it's for bears. It's actually multi-purpose.
What are we hunting?
We're hunting anything that would approach us in the night.
You do know I have an alarm spell, right?
Yes, I do, but this helps.
It could be useful for actually hunting as well at night.
It's nice to have traps on hand, so I go ahead and do that without going into too much detail of it because I don't like being questioned.
On the way there, Vinley pulls out this mummified hand that she just got, and it appears to be a goblin's hand, and she hands it to you, Voss, and says, Mama Uwe actually gave me a great deal on this one. It's a very powerful artifact. When both the sun and moon, she told me this, excuse me if it sounds weird, but when both the sun and moon shine down upon the hand, it shall awaken and bear any mind-affecting magics for the wielder.
I'll insight check you now.
And I shall roll.
Go ahead and roll that deception, Finley.
Oh, not good. That's a 9.
Am I in? Is this when I'm in the cart with you?
I got an
there.
11. No, you're not there. Okay, no.
Oh no, okay, there's nothing. Okay.
Or you saw me buy it. I'm not gonna.
I did. That's why I was asking. Are you doing this in the cart on the way back, or is this like later?
No, this is later. When
Okay.
and boss are going to the hunting store. Yeah, I got 11 on my deception.
Beats
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
She said.
Any part of like what you pick up is weird. Maybe like Vinley doesn't know exactly how it works, and so there's this hesitation of like, this is what I was told. I think this is how it works, and so it's not that she's lying to you. It's just there's uncertainty in how the magic works.
You didn't have to slaughter an orphan for it, did you?
No, I don't think so. It was just some goblin that made an enemy of a very powerful witch.
I tentatively take the goblin's hand out.
You hold it.
Is it alive?
No,
Can it hear us?
No, it's dead. It's dead. 100% dead.
But if the sun and the moon hit it at the same time, it'll pop out. You didn't pay a lot for it, because that sounds like a really specific, even impossible thing to do. I don't...
No, and that's why she gave me such a big discount on it.
What sort of third-rate hedge wizard put a curse on this, then?
I don't know. It could have been one of her family members or something.
Well, thank you for thinking of me. You certainly did surprise me.
I hope it's useful.
We're sure it can't hear us. It's not in like a constant agony state or anything like that, right?
No, suspended animation, really. As far as I'm aware. Years.
I put it into my coat. Deep into my coat.
So how many bear traps are you buying?
5.
Okay, they are 5 gold apiece, and they weigh 25 pounds apiece. So
that is a good price for bear traps for anybody who wants to know.
I just want to point out that there are 5 other party members, and I'm not entirely sold on the fact that these are actually for things sneaking up.
You're not here.
And I also just want to point out to everyone viewing at home that Voss is now officially carrying a trinket.
Got him.
It actually was before. You've just never seen it.
Oh, was it the scalp?
Who's brought it
I'll
out?
buy that. And then I would like to head to the Yawning portal to talk to Bonnie. And I think I've already informed the rest of the group. No, I haven't. Shit, we got that part cut off. So as we're moving there, Liam confronted Javier about a cult that is moving around called the Unseen that seems to target specifically doppelgangers.
I couldn't imagine why. A cult attacking just doppelgangers?
Apparently.
And there's
wait, I did bring this up because I went off
Yeah,
to the bar
you
safe
did.
haven. Okay, I apologize. Then I tell the group that, admit that, and I tell the group that I'm going to see Bonnie to inform her and to offer my assistance.
Right.
Oh, you should. Are we still doing the very visible us's?
That may not be necessary, as we're going to be disguised in this, and this is going to be a part of a different group of criminals. But it might not hurt. I could bring that up.
I mean,
We'd have to know the exact date, though.
maybe a couple days from now.
I'm not gonna lie. I think this plan is going to go tits up very fast.
When doesn't it?
So I wanted to at least make something that can account for that.
Right. Really, all that we do is we come up with a plan. We know that that one's going to fail, so we come up with an actual plan. That's all we have to do.
I don't know if that's the way planning works, but then again, I have been alive a comparatively short amount of time.
A fraction, really.
Yes, I am like a child.
I wouldn't say that. You're a very dangerous child.
As I have always been, I take it.
I remember your stories very well. As they're like walking in like towards the Yawning portal.
Oh, Vinley, you're going as well?
Oh yeah,
I invited everybody if they wanted to come.
That's fine.
Okira can she does or she doesn't have to. It's up to her.
Yeah, I mean, are we all getting something to drink?
No, I'm informing Bonnie if you can, if you so wish. I won't stop you.
I know, Stacia looked
Don't
really
you
happy.
dare get a
about-
pixie piss without me.
Are you not with us? I thought you just said.
No, it
you
was. I thought it was just you three.
It is just us three.
This can happen at any point in the downtime.
Yeah.
It doesn't
You know
have to
what?
be
Anybody who wants to come do this can come do this.
Oh, no,
I'm
we
not
can
going to
have a pixie
exclude.
piss.
There you go.
I'm sorry, a what?
A pixie piss. It's the best drink ever.
I'm assuming that's just the name of the drink and not what actually is involved inside of it.
I really hope so because
Are
I've had
pig-
several of them.
Are pixies
I should really
real?
test that.
Oh, pixies are definitely real. And I'm not sure if I want to drink what they have to get rid of.
Oh.
Anyway,
That's
So you all make your way down into the castle ward just before it fades into the dock ward. You come across the most famous tavern in all of Waterdeep.
not for long.
The three-story tavern, all run by the very famous Durnan, a harrowed adventurer that traveled into the into Undermountain with Mert. You walk in, and it is bustling with people. And Orkira, if you've never been, there is a massive well in the center.
I actually have been here before. It was a while ago. It was years ago for her, but she has been in the Yawning portal before.
Wow.
All right. Well, it all looks very familiar to you. It seems that nothing has changed, except for maybe the bard is new and different from who it once was.
Harold, do you remember a while ago I sent you a message? I paid a guy to send you a message saying that I was like in town for all of 5 minutes. Yeah, this is the place we came to meet up with the guy who was going to tell us what we need to do. And then everything went really bad. I'll tell you about that story later. But yeah, this is the place. Yeah.
Yes.
Here,
this
here?
place.
Yeah, but it wasn't. The whole place got cleaned out, and there were a whole bunch of people here who tried to arrest us and then basically blackmailed us into doing something to try to steal something from the Xanathar. It's a really long story.
Oh wow.
Sounds like Waterdeep.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Nice to be here when it's like a real bar.
Yeah.
Sounds like exactly what happened to us, but except we did it to ourselves.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's also accurate.
That's also Who was that
Wait.
drink?
Yeah, we need 2 pixie pisses.
Oh, 3.
I go to
3
find.
pixie pisses.
I go to find
Me?
Bonnie.
You don't need to go to find.
Okay,
she
I'll
finds
have
you.
one.
4 pixie pisses. Harold.
All the women at once turned to
Of
Harold.
course, absolutely.
5 pixie pisses. Boss.
No.
Oh,
6 Oh, I thought we were doing a thing.
I did 2.
I mean, we could get 6, but
I'll drink a second one.
Is that a bad idea? What does it do?
Oh, I can fix myself. It's fine.
Oh yeah, I mean, we could both do that, but like,
Yeah.
is it what is it just really strong?
You get
alcohol?
really drunk.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Goblin.
Walking up behind you, you see a very splendid barmaid, and she has gingered hair and greenish silver eyes and freckles that adorn her face. And she's already has a tray filled with 5 pixie pisses and a mug of water.
Wow, that's
Oh, you're
fast.
the best.
Hey, Bonnie.
Oh, how are you doing today?
Really good. How are you?
I'm doing excellent, love.
Bonnie, this is Orkira, Bonnie.
Hi.
It's nice
Very
to
well.
meet you.
Begin thinking in my mind and kind of giving her a look to do so. I have pertinent information for you. Is there a moment we can speak alone?
Now you 5 have fun drinking your pixie pisses. Be warned, they hit hard, as she looks towards Orkira.
Oh, I'm ready with a lesser restoration or 5.
And although I don't think it would affect you, love, there's rumors that if you drink enough of them, you start flying around yourself. But I have things to do in the back. And she kind of nods towards Voss. And
Excuse me for a moment. I'll use the privy. I head in that direction.
He's taking a pixie piss.
I can sober up 9 people. Let's do this.
Voss pauses at your comment, Harold, but he's got business, so he can't retort.
Now I just want to see. This is Vinley saying this to Harold. Now I just want to see a major image of Voss as a pixie.
No.
Oh, you're gonna have to do that when we're back at the house.
Well, I definitely value not being stabbed, so we're just gonna avoid that altogether.
Let's let him have a pixie piss first and then ask him again.
Okay, everybody raise your glasses. To the BFGs. May we be the BFGs forever.
Forever. You're
Or
here.
until your inevitably short lives end.
And then I'll bring you back.
I'm immortal as far as I can tell so far.
So, and as you all drink this Feywild liquor, it's a combination of a few specialty concoctions that seem to mirror that of a swirling, glittery rainbow when mixed correctly. It makes everyone and everything the life of the party as it overcomes the intoxicated with a slight euphoric state. And it's rumored that if you have enough of these, you get the ability to fly.
we need everyone to make con saves.
Oh yeah.
Can I willingly fail?
Sure.
I willingly fail my con save.
You willingly fail by knowing you were going to the Yawning portal. You did not eat breakfast that morning, and you did not hydrate yourself. And you're like, nope, I'm gonna go have fun.
Yep.
Yes.
I thought about willingly failing, and then I rolled a 7 anyway.
I rolled a 10.
Oh.
Okay.
All right.
What did you get, Harold?
13.
13 is just enough.
Yep.
I got a 17.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yep. Harold, you're feeling the effects, like that nice like buzz, but with that euphoric state. So it's like a really nice buzz. Vinley, it's sweet.
And we, Seisha and Orkira, all instantly in a super euphoric state. It seems that all your troubles are lifted off of your shoulders as you are just elated in the people you are around, strangers, friends alike. The music sounds better and has a more jovial lift to your heart and spirit. And even that well over there looks pretty cool.
I bet I could fly in that.
Someday we need to go down into the Undermountains.
My bones
I
don't
forgot
ache
to
anymore.
eat
This is
food
nice.
today.
It's the best.
Oh,
I
man,
was so
they are-
stressed about the stuff. I can't believe I did that. I never do that.
Oh, see, I
Never
knew
do that.
we were coming,
Mhm.
so I made sure not to eat because I like the pixie piss.
Isn't that
Oh,
really
man.
healthy?
Harold takes another sip of his pixie piss. Well, first I'll let Vidley say what she's saying.
Oh no, this isn't Vinley. This is
Oh.
Can I use Savard to very stealthily and under the table crawl under the table onto V, like where her clothes are, and then very subtly cast fly so that she starts to levitate in her chair?
Go ahead and roll sleight of hand or stealth.
It'd be stealth for Savard and sleight of hand to cast it.
Yeah.
So sleight of hand is 8. Cool. They're drunk. They probably can't see. And then
Kira and Seisha are going to see everything.
But
Yeah,
Orkira
that's
and
true.
Seisha are too happy and probably won't, or at least Orkira won't mention anything, because why would she?
and then Savard got a natural 20 on his stealth check.
So you definitely don't see Savard, but you absolutely, even in the drunkenness, you see like Vinley start casting something. You don't know what it is. And then all of a sudden you watch as V starts to float up.
I did it.
You did it! You're pixie pissing!
Harold's gonna slowly turn and look over at Vinley, and then he's gonna shake his head and take a sip of his drink. And goes, I hope whatever Voss is doing is working, because Jesus Christ, we're gonna last 10 minutes in here before we're kicked out.
This is the best
You
thing
guys!
ever.
You guys,
You're doing it!
Should we
can't, it's real.
should we go outside so you don't
Ah.
hit your head?
No, we just have to hold her. And Station like reaches out and slaps her hands on V's shoulders and like pushes down, and it's just not effectual.
I am the master of the pixie piss. She just yells.
I love my job.
And with that, we are going to cut over to Voss. As you head back into the back room where the bit of storage and that old painting of Durnan is in his younger days, as you kind of settle in, shortly thereafter, Bonnie enters.
No, you're on the clocks, so I'll be quick. I've heard from a source, hard to say whether it's trustworthy or not, but I do believe him when he says this. There is a cult faction called the Unseen that seem to be targeting doppelgangers specifically.
Unseen.
Yes, it's the first I've heard of it as well.
And they're targeting my kin.
So it would seem. They can apparently, either through just good detective work or perhaps some unnatural means, understand the difference.
And they're calling themselves the Unseen, I'd venture to guess. Poltergeists, illusionists, cut purses?
Maybe. I don't know specifically. I've only just told you now. I've only learned of this threat myself recently, and I came to you as soon as I did. Whatever the case may be.
I haven't heard of any group calling themselves the Unseen by word of mouth or otherwise.
I would like to offer my establishment as safe haven, if you so require it. Not just from you, but from anyone in the group.
What are your surface thoughts?
My surface thoughts are, this relationship is very important to me. Not just with her, although it is, but with the doppelganger community at large. My surface thoughts are also, I am instituting a no prostitution rule, and everybody needs to be cool with that.
She runs her hand through her hair, trying to disguise the fact that she's reading your mind, but knows you know what she's doing. I'm busy here with Durnan, but I'll let my kin know of your gracious offer, and I'll try and make sure that there's no nefarious business happening.
Appreciated.
But,
this...
Why are you offering this? You haven't offered it before.
I didn't know that there was a specific pertinent threat, but also, I'm not completely unselfish in my motives here. You are a very powerful faction, and someone I feel I should give to in order to get things formed in the future.
We're not a faction. We're just a group of unique individuals just trying to make our way in the city.
Maybe so, but...
Is this Unseen tied to threats to my kin?
I believe so, yes.
And that's why you're offering the safe haven.
We employ, obviously, a few of your kin, or one of your kin anyway. I don't like seeing genocide or eradication. And maybe it's just guilt. But as I said, my motives are not completely unselfish. I want to be upfront with you about all of this, but anybody who does not wish to join or ask or do anything that I wish, the offer is still there. All I expect is an open ear. There will be no debt owed for this.
All right. What do you have in mind?
Anyone who feels they are being hunted is welcome for a period of time, as me and my party will be out for 40 days. To use our establishment as safe haven, also as an opportunity for good, honest work if they so wish. I will be giving our manager, Kara, a stipend. If they wish to work for us for a period of time, as well as to use the bar for safe haven, I would like them to approach Kara and say, I'm here for the opening until the new moon. Say specifically that. She'll know what to do from there.
I'll also have Jeff Halleck, Javier, know this as well.
Of course. I will be hiring a mercenary to protect him for the 40 days that we are gone. He's high profile. Anyone else?
What aren't you telling me? And she starts probing your mind again.
I don't think I'm leaving anything out, am I?
She told you just to kind of look into something, but you putting this much pressure into the situation of
I understand.
And everything, it's more than what she asked you to do. And so that's why she's a little trepidatious about it.
I don't know any more than what I have been told as well, but I take every threat against me or my kin extremely seriously, and I always plan accordingly. You've been good to us, as has Javier, as have the doppelgangers in the past. It's there if they wish. If they don't, I understand, but be on guard. Worst case scenario, these people know how to spot you magically.
I'll let my kin know. At least the ones that show up.
Please do. I wish you the best. I'll be gone for a long period of time. I don't like leaving the cities in these uneasy circumstances, but it's become necessary.
I appreciate you looking into what I asked you to, and for stepping beyond that and offering a place for us to call a second home.
I'm a pragmatist. I see opportunity. It's not completely charitable. In any case, I need to get back to my group.
It's mutually beneficial. So
exactly. I need to get back to my group. They're probably drunk off their asses by now. But I wish you the best. And also, one other thing. I'm going to approach you in a couple days' time to hire, I think for a minute, 2 to be us in the bar doing nothing. Just sitting in the bar, having a good time.
And
if I go any deeper into that, I might be compromising you a bit.
How effective do you need to be?
I need them to look and somewhat act. All they're going to be doing is being in the bar, drinking, and letting everyone know that that's where they are and that's who they are. That's it.
You can see on her face it kind of like fades to a slightly solemn. Oh, the actor actually haven't seen in a couple of days.
As long as the actor doesn't speak.
She laughs. It could be nothing. He's busy with your new group, so.
Good. I'm glad I made that connection.
As long as they don't have him busy, then I see why not. I'll try and find someone else.
Excellent. I prefer not to use Javier so that his absence is not noticed.
All right. Let's see what I can do.
Excellent. Thank you.
And thank you.
Of course. And I will leave her to her room, straighten myself up, and then move to what? What am I seeing? What is
And
happening?
like I was saying, I was washing them with the rest of my clothes, and next thing I know, I pull them back out, and the rest of the clothes are just tatters in the wash. I'm telling you, those pants are cursed in every possible way they can be.
Harold, can I show you something by the well real fast?
No, absolutely not.
They're evil
Don't
pants.
care about. You know what? You're done. Out. Out.
No, okay,
Out.
all right.
Get
Listen,
out.
Durnan, it's a true story. It's a true. As he grabs him by the jacket and tows him out.
But I like listening to his pants stories.
This is the first time I've been thrown out of this place. It used to be
His-
like a weekly routine with me.
His legs suffered so people would know. Or
Hello,
something
Durnan.
like that.
Goodbye,
I couldn't say
Durnan.
about her, but it's so.
Harold's just on the ground outside, just splayed out.
And he'll go turn towards you, boss, and go 25 gold.
Yeah, fine. I pay.
Or Kira. Think lightweight.
I mean, I'm wearing very heavy armor.
I know, but just do it. Trust me.
Okay.
Imagine you are a feather. Imagine you have
Why?
no weight.
I'm not levitating
Imagine
anymore, am
you
I?
are V.
Can I
Yeah, I am.
sleight of hand again?
I am. That's me.
Sure.
Just very quickly casting fly at 5th level to get all 3 of them and just walk through them like, oh, excuse me, boop, boop, boop.
I'm imagining.
Make a sleight of hand check.
I'm imagining I'm a very large,
What did you just
sexy
roll?
lady.
That was really good.
Natural 20.
Nice.
What's your total?
Wow.
23. Or Kira still sees me.
And so does Seisha.
So do I.
But once again, even in this drunken state,
Yeah.
she's not gonna say
Yeah.
anything.
Oh my god! See?
And as you all make your way out of the tavern, because you were thrown out by Durnan, you all float and fly your way down the street until 10 minutes is up, and you all come crashing down onto the ground.
I do not have been flapping my wings the whole time, assuming that I have just been flying. And so when the fly wears off,
When
I
Rakira
just
starts
continue.
flapping her wings,
Yep.
Seisha would like to go up and just kind of reach out and try to catch her wings. But she doesn't have an arm span wide enough, so she's like a kitten batting at a butterfly, basically.
Here, wait, I'll give you a ride. And I
You
would
don't
like
have
to
to do
grab.
that. You don't have to do that.
I'll grab her arms and I will fly up a little further with her.
I'm not as drunk as they are.
As soon as the spell ends, though, Vinley will cast Featherfall
Okay, you got
to
it.
catch them all to make sure they don't hurt themselves.
And as you all, inebriated and fun, make your way back to the tavern, you actually get there and you see waiting on the front porch is a 9-foot by 7.5-foot wooden box that's about 6 inches deep. And across every side is the word fragile in all caps. And it looks to be addressed to Vinley.
What did you get?
Sober yourselves up right now.
Okay.
For 5 points.
Can I do that?
I reach over and get V.
And you're
Oh,
sober.
Okay.
Or Kira was in the process, even drunkenly, of like her hands are on fire. She's gonna lesser restorate, and Seisha's a little bit faster. She's like,
Get yourself. Do you want me to get you?
and she'll get herself.
Nobody touch me. I'm right at that perfect amount of drunk.
And
Hey.
she's gonna walk up to the box and like go to lift it and then put it back down very delicately, the 1 inch that she was able to get it off the ground, if that, and goes, hey V, could you carry this into the
Common room?
place where people are?
Oh,
This is a
bar.
Yeah.
The bar,
This is a
yes.
Very
Yeah, I
big
can
box.
do that. And so she picks it up, carries
Yeah.
it in.
Easy enough. No
Wow.
problem. for you.
Super easy as you make your way in.
And Vinley scuttles over, directing her to the place above the fireplace that she has cleared out without anyone noticing to accommodate this thing.
Where'd the troll skull go?
Okay. And then she's gonna start putting it up.
Okay.
And
So
has
what-
everyone turn around, puts it up, and then allows everyone to turn around at once.
And what do they see, Vinley?
Okay. So you see this huge painting in front of you. And in the foreground, well, let's start with the background. The background is this desiccated, what we would call a city, but what our characters would call weird buildings made of glass. And there's that crumbled building, and crawling out from the crumbled building, standing really, really tall above most of the buildings, is this giant rhinoceros looking muscular bipedal creature. And below it, you see a gaggle of small animals all dressed in clothing. And on top of it, you see this small dog that looks like a chihuahua holding a rope in his hand and a dagger, going to make a strike. And at the bottom, there's a little plaque that says the Hand of Mans.
Oh,
Is that a chihuahua?
It's a Vaswawa.
And it's
Yeah. It's
the longer you look at it, the more you see it actually move as this creature that's large and encumbering begins to slowly move, and the small creature above just slams the dagger into its eye.
Out of all the moments
Wow.
we had, this was the one you wanted to commemorate.
Dogs.
Yeah. This
Dog book.
this is an important part of our
I'm the
history.
cutest beagle, guys.
You'll get to this part in the journal. It's really good.
Oh,
We all
no,
got
I
turned into dogs.
I got to this part in the journal. I totally thought it was a metaphor. I thought I wasn't reading deeper into it. You really were dogs. Oh, okay.
And I
Okay.
couldn't get the image out of my head
But
of
Finley was a cat.
that
Yeah, Finley
small-
was a cat.
I was.
I mean, that makes sense.
Thank you. I couldn't get the image out of my head of this small rodent-like dog taking down a humongous turtle.
I was a barbarian.
I was a red husky.
Oh,
This is a really beautiful thing.
yes, it
It's
is.
really awesome.
And no one will understand it but us.
All the time.
Yeah, everybody's gonna look at this and say the same thing that I said when I didn't realize what it was at first, which was, what the fuck is that? Is that a dog? Oh! But see, they don't have the O. They're just gonna go, what the fuck is that? Is that a dog?
It's
A
like a
rhinoceros?
public inside joke.
I love it.
You know, some places have dogs playing poker. Y'all have dogs killing a giant
Dogs
monster.
killing rhinos.
Dogs
Yeah.
killing bipedal rhinos.
I mean, if
It's-
only it was on Black Velvet.
And
Is it on Black Velvet?
no. And then definitely Seisha and Orkira, you hear the room just become this bustle of murmurs, just discussing this strange painting that was erected into the tavern. It is definitely now a talking piece.
You're probably gonna want to put a plaque with either an explanation
No.
or a plaque saying there is no explanation, because people are just gonna ask you over and over and over again. Either way.
Well, I have a million things I could answer for that.
Yeah, you
Okay,
gotta make
I
up
mean,
a
if-
different story every time.
Okay.
Oh wait,
Then,
no, because that
uh,
would be like lying.
Kara
Very cute.
walks up and just looks up. Well, it actually adds some flair to the room. Weird, but I like it. Vinley, this came for you while you were gone. And hands you a letter that looks to be wrapped in rich vellum envelope with your name perfectly scribed across the front in elegant, artistic two-tone ink calligraphy. The back is sealed with blue wax, stamped with the image of a butterfly.
What is it?
It's a friend.
She opens it, and this has happened multiple times in front of you people where Vinley gets a package or anything in the mail and goes staunch white every single time. She's going to open it very slowly.
As you open it, you're greeted by the scent of lavender infused into the parchment. As you can see, the flecks of light purple embedded into the pressed page, as if the flower was used in the making of the paper.
Okay, I read it. I think I know who it's from now.
Okay.
Okay. Vinley Galanodel, meet me on the grassy knoll adjacent to the House of the Homeless in the City of the Dead, today an hour before sunset. Hopefully you'll enjoy dinner and wine with me as much as the silent company around us. You see this beet red go across Vinley's face.
Finley, are you going on a date? Did you read that out loud, actually?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you going on a date?
Your face went on a whole big journey there. That was terror, and then that was joy,
Elation.
and now you're
confused.
Who is
Yeah.
You look like you regret saying it out loud. Is what
Yeah.
You,
Yeah.
Do we need to forget that you said that? out
Yeah,
loud?
we can forget that.
Oh, I can't.
She looks directly at Harold. Do you think someone's trying to kill me? Because it feels like it's written by someone that I know that I would really enjoy killing. But it's not signed. And I know that person would normally sign it. So do you think this is a trap?
Wait, I know! And Sasha pulls out a pair of bone dice.
Okay.
Shakes them. And I'm going to cast Augury.
Okay.
And I'm inquiring. Let's see. Do I actually give a question? I can't remember.
I believe you do. Or on a
I
certain...
receive an omen. I
You-
don't actually ask anything, but I receive an omen
on an action.
on a specific course of action. Within, but you have to do it within the next 30 minutes. So what time is it?
It's like the middle of the day, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
closer to the middle of the day.
Okay,
We'll see.
when it's about 30 minutes before you go, I'll cast Augury.
Yeah.
Who do you hope it's from?
She kind of looks around the bar area to make sure no one's listening.
You're all
Seeing
talking about
that,
the painting.
seeing that, I'll quickly say, all right, well, no, wait, you don't have to answer that, but like, if you're worried about getting attacked, maybe just ask the person that you're hoping invited you out to a date and just make sure. I mean, it might ruin the whole surprise romance, but then you won't be afraid of dying.
Or we could like stalk you.
We did do that for you, and V.
Yeah.
Oh, we're worried about that kind of thing, and I will cast
Well, I
Death
could
Ward
just-
on Vinley.
What? I could just.
The flames erupt around you for a split second.
Okay.
I can just follow you there, and if
That's
things
what we're
go
saying. We'll stalk her.
But we don't have to bring everybody.
Well, she stalked me on my date.
That's true, I did.
Is this a thing that people do on dates?
I think so.
Yeah, everyone here really likes stalking. It's like a hobby.
See, V went on a date and almost got killed because she got jumped. And
I don't
well,
think
she
you-
didn't actually almost get killed. She beat the crap out of the guys.
If she
But-
really hurt those people.
Well, he hired people to make it look like they were thugs.
Right, but he was also evil.
Right, but we didn't know that at the
We
time.
didn't know it at the
and
time.
I don't think that was like his thing at the time. I mean, like it was his thing, but like not in that moment.
It wasn't his goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While they're having that conversation, Vinley just walks upstairs
Okay. you
And
all
goes
turn
to
around
her
and then he's
room.
gone.
and closes her door, and the lock turns as she begins getting ready for what she thinks
Okay.
is about to happen.
Okay. All right. While that's happening, anybody else doing anything in the bar?
I need to speak to Kara about a couple
Okay.
things.
Easy enough, as she is in the bar doing her thing.
He comes up, asks if you all need anything.
Need anything?
Your time, preferably.
It's scarce, but kind of looks over. Flinrick, you good? And
I'll take
he
over.
just like jittery, like
tables, it's
thumbs up.
fine. I'll help. And Seisha will go and work tables with Flinrick.
What's up, Mr. Ronto?
A couple things. First off, I may need to ask your services in hiring some temporary employees. I've offered the bar a safe haven for a troubled group, And I pull out 1,000 gold, give it to her, and I say, pay them with this fund what you believe is a fair wage for waiting tables, cleaning, that sort of thing. But hire them if they give you the phrase, I'm here about the opening. I'm here about the opening until the new moon.
Hear about the opening until the moon? Got it? And he takes the bag and kind of opens. How many people are you expecting?
I don't know, but I always assume the worst. And I will give her 1,000 gold, with the caveat that it's like, I'm expecting change.
I mean, how much is in this?
1,000.
Give me half of it.
Okay. I give her 500 gold.
That's more than enough.
Whatever the case may be, use these funds, particularly for any kind of renovations you need for the bar while we're gone as well.
Well, that's a different story.
Give me the other 500.
I give her 1,000 gold.
For hiring people, I get it. But renovations, that's different. That we can do.
Just in case, emergency fund.
Does somebody have the document that they can send me for upgrades to the tavern?
Yes. No, it's in my other notebook, which is in another room.
Okay, no worries.
I can get it to you between games.
Yeah.
That's
let
great.
us know what you want.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I exactly.
I think I've actually sent it before. I'll check while you guys are doing this.
One other thing. So I make sure we're alone for this. Remind me, what was Hailing Horse Kid's name again?
Yosef.
Yosef, okay. You have done us a great deed by taking care of Yosef for as long as you have, but that will be coming to an end soon.
You actually see her kind of like stiffen up a bit, but kind of looks at you and kind of squints her eyes a bit. He's no burden. I've grown to care for him almost as my own.
I understand that, but given everything that's surrounding him, it may be better for all parties involved if he were to be with actual relatives and to resume his noble title.
I was under the assumption that he had no living relatives. That's why.
That is not the case, actually. Through some prying and some digging, I have found distant relatives, as well as what could be a sizable pension that he could live off of for some time. I appreciate.
You're certain that these relatives are trustworthy and are going to care for him and not just want his money.
Of course. They have every incentive to care for the boy.
I know.
I understand. Go ahead.
I know what you do, and for my children. I know that Pixel snuck off, but it was you who wanted her to come home before anything else. I trust you with this. I see the way you care for these children. And if you solemnly believe that you will be safe and with those who will love him, like I love him, or my children love him, then I agree he should be with family.
It is my belief that this is in everyone's best interest. Yours, his, theirs. I cannot guarantee the amount of love or affection they will show him, but they will be kind. They will take care of him. But I cannot guarantee that anyone will be as loving a mother as you are.
I would like to know, if that's all right.
Of course.
Yosef is delicate.
I understand, but I hope that you will see this is the proper way to go when you meet them. But I will grant you this clemency, of course. But either way, I think the time of him in your charge has come to an end. And I want you to know that I do appreciate everything that you have done for him. You have gone above and beyond what is expected of you for this bar, for our party, and for the people around you time and time again, and it is very appreciated.
You gave me and my family a roof over our heads when we were squatting in what is now come to be my actual home, away from home. For that I thank you. And again, if he is happy, he should be happy with family. And I agree. It was only a matter of time.
Good. Well, I wanted to inform you. I will, of course, bring the hailing horses by. I hope you can assist, as I know Yosef will no doubt be hesitant to go with them.
It's not Yosef we have to worry about.
Oh?
Yes, it's... Pixel is quite attached to the boy, but he should be with family.
I'm sure they will allow visits. It's not that their relationship has to come to an end. It's just a new chapter in his life. One that may reclaim his house's former glory as well.
Well, let's get inside. We'll cross that bridge when it gets there.
Of course. Thank you for your understanding.
And as Kara turns around and moves out of the way, you see Pixel standing right behind her. Her mouth drops and she's wiping away tears. I thought you cared.
I do.
Why are you trying to steal my friend away from me?
Because sometimes doing what's right feels awful.
Sweetie, he should be with family.
He's with family.
I know you think that, but you can still visit and have...
We were the ones that found him. He lives with us.
But
Do we hear this?
They're outside.
Oh, they're outside. Okay.
He deserves to be with those who love him as well. I assure you, he will still be in our lives.
You're just trying to get rid of him. And she just walks away, and as she turns the corner, she looks like, I hate you. And then disappears.
If you'll excuse me. And Kara rushes after her.
Of course.
Moves her around the corner.
Voss takes a moment to let that sink, but as he always does, brushes it or pushes it down deep and keeps moving forward.
Okay. All right. And with that, the day draws close to an end. And Vinley, the time has come for your date.
Yes. Vinley's wearing the dress she wore to that noble party, the 50s style that's a little bit longer than traditional style 50s skirts, and sleeves a lot like this, but not see-through. And she's got some very similar makeup on to me right now, heavy blue eyeshadow highlighting her eyes, which are the bright green, and then she's got like a black lip with a bit of blue in it that Harold probably helped her do.
You look beautiful.
Thank you.
Can I trail you?
I would actually prefer Boss to be the one tailing tonight.
Oh.
Okay.
You're the one most likely not to be seen. And if it is with the person that I want it to be with, I wouldn't want the moment to be spoiled by surprise. We're all here.
Are you about to head out now?
Yeah, I just have something I want to talk to Flinrick real fast about.
Let me know when you're gonna head out.
Fair
Mel.
enough.
Okay. And she's gonna disappear wherever Flinrick is. His name is Flinrick, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool.
And a little halfling as he's his mutton chop sticking out as he is just finished wiping down the table. Oh, hey Vinley, what can I do for you?
In halfling, she says, "Hey, Flinrick. I wanted to give you a gift because I was thinking about everything that happened and I really felt bad for it. And here." And she just hands him a small pouch. Don't open it now. Don't open it now. Just open it when you get home tonight. Okay?
Oh. All right. Thank you, Miss Finley. I appreciate it. And he kind of takes it and kind of holds it to his heart and kind of just like you see his like attitude like perk up a bit.
And she comes back and says that she is ready to go.
Okay.
And for you two, what was in the bag was 100 gold pieces.
Okay.
And she's like, okay, I'm ready to go.
And then I will lean over to Voss and go, achoo! And I will cast invisibility on him.
Oh, perfect.
And as you see, like purple like glitter comes out of your mouth and like covers him over as he just vanishes from.
Very subtle.
I was bummed out about not being able to be the one to tail her, but after seeing that, I'm actually perfectly okay with it.
I'm sorry, I've got glitter in my nose.
That was disgusting.
Only around Petunia too long.
Do you want me to wait like 30 minutes and then cast sending and ask you if everything's okay?
Oh, that would be ideal.
Okay. Do you want me to do that to you or Voss? Like, because if it's a good thing, then I don't want to ruin moments.
Probably send it to Voss.
There you go.
Okay.
Oh.
All right.
Voice.
And
voice in here.
Going to head out the front door and like smile at Fala's shop, seeing that it's probably closed at this time. She smiles at their shop, hails a carriage, takes a while getting in and getting comfortable.
I'm gonna go ahead and stealth.
Yeah, go ahead and stealth. You have advantage.
Voss?
It's
Did he leave?
It's a 19 actually. I rolled fairly low on both of them.
Come on, Harold. Let's go downstairs and be prepared to rush off in case they're in danger and get drunk in case they're not.
Yep.
And
come on, V.
Okay.
Come on, Seisha.
Okay.
All right, you head down, and as you make your way down into the beautifully groomed, vibrant, verdant green cemetery yard and grassy hillocks separated by pebbled stone pathways of the City of the Dead. Now more accustomed to the layout with your understudying of Scrivener Patty Jameson, you take the easy route up Coffin March, which leads straight in with the House of the Homeless on the immediate left. You know the House of the Homeless to be the final resting place for all of the dead of Waterdeep who do not own a place in any other tomb.
That's probably a lot of where Vinley specifically did her volunteer work. That's probably really important to her because for a really long time she didn't have a place.
And this is the place where most commoners meet their end in the endless labyrinths below.
On your way into the City of the Dead, something in the distance catches your eye. It would be something completely mundane and unnoticed if it weren't for your utter disbelief of coincidence in what you see. And sitting on the bench near the statue of Agaran is a woman talking with a kind-looking man. You recognize her as the woman that owns the lanky wolfhound you see prancing around and playing with a black and brown bandit-looking dachshund and a large, well-groomed Saint Bernard.
However, sitting on the crest of the small hill near the House of the Homeless, under a small shading oak tree, is an unfamiliar but handsome and unassuming face, laid out before the blue-haired elven man.
is a neat nice It's a nice elven quilted blanket with a woven wicker picnic basket with a familiar green bottle of blown glass wine bottle decorated with embossed floral patterns, sealed with a warm honey gold cap. You instantly recognize it as Evermead, the most prized elven mead wine created in secret only within the elven kingdoms of Evermead by elven monks who worship Alabal Lorflil, the demigod of hedonism and revelry. You also smell the scent of a leaf-wrapped roasted honey and cracked pepper fish waft through the air towards you. What do you do?
She starts walking up towards the scene, and in Elvish from here on out, she says, "Excuse me,
And as you approach, the man stands with a smirk.
and I don't recognize him."
You do not? And in Elvish replies, "I'm glad you came to join me, Miss Galanodo, and I hope you choose to stay. Even if only for an evening to enjoy some of your favorite things at my expense. But I feel I should not lie to you any longer, as I am sure you are curious who I am."
Her hands reach into her sleeves as she holds both of her wands, and she goes, "I would agree. I would very much enjoy knowing who you were."
Seeing that, Voss also pulls weapons.
Okay, and with a formal elven bow, you watch the blue side-swept undercut fall into the long golden hair as he stands to reveal himself to be Dabble Starsong.
Her hands fall out of her sleeves without wands.
Okay.
And she's just standing there with this look on her face.
"I'm sorry. I knew if I showed my cards too soon, you would have not shown. Or simply walked away when you saw who was sitting and waiting. I am not a simpleton. I know you do not like me, and despite what you may be thinking, I do not have delusions of trying to trick you into falling for me. Although many do find me exceedingly desirable.
I'm still considering option 2 that you listed.
I simply ask for your permission to grant me to share a meal with a fellow elf, accompanied by kind and intriguing conversation."
No ulterior motives at all. We're being honest, right?
As he's like, "I don't want to lie, and there's none that I can think of, but self-consciously, I might be doing something."
Wait.
I'll go make an inside check. I know he's a fabulous liar, but I'll do it.
And she actually approaches him and puts her finger on his chest, and bears in. "Did you hire a reporter to ask who I was and all of my favorite things?"
If that is what he did, then bravo to him.
He? I don't. I should not have assumed.
And what is your insight, boss?
13, not great.
Yeah.
Hard to read.
Yeah, he is.
Is it at this point that I think to cast Sending?
Yeah, because the ride there and everything, Sending sounds good.
Cast Augury!
I got it.
Oh yeah,
I'll cast,
Yeah, you did.
yep. I'll cast Sending, and so Voss, at just this moment, you hear or Kira in your head go, "Hi, do we need to come and kill everybody?"
I think for a moment, like, the dead are talking to me, but then I remember when Venley did this beforehand. I think really hard, because I think that's how that works. The only person in danger of dying today is Dabble. You're not needed.
You okay?
I guess we're okay. It's Dabble?
Oh no. Maybe it's a good thing you didn't cast Angry.
He's gonna die!
But apparently we're off the hook, so how about some more pixie piss?
Are you serious? It's Dabble?
I mean, that's what Voss says, and I don't think he would lie about that kind of thing.
A one-on-one.
Oh no, he wouldn't lie about that.
Dabble on a one-on-one date with Vinley. That guy's coming home in a body bag.
Oh, we are all staying up for her to get home.
Oh my god, I ship it.
This is an out of
What does that
play
mean?
line.
It means I find the idea of them being together entertaining for me.
Oh, okay.
But she spent
In
that
case
whole
I
time
ship it
dancing
too.
with that other elf.
Like
Fala.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, her and Fala are like really close, but Dabble is a sleazy guy who has hots for her, and she won't give him the time of day. In fact, she's usually like, ill. And so this is hilarious. She's gonna kill him.
Oh, okay.
Out of place statement, but Dabble wouldn't be coming home in a body bag.
He'd be coming
walking
home
by
as a
himself.
skeleton.
But yeah. I assume as we cut back over to Vinley and Dabble, she retracts her finger.
It would be a shame for all of this to go to waste.
She looks down sadly at the quippers, and she's like, I agree. Where she sits down very hesitantly.
He waits for you to sit, and then he'll kneel down and start prepping everything.
I don't believe I've ever asked you where you're from, Dabble.
I am from many places, but I was born in Evermeet. Didn't stay there long.
Okay. Good. I hear Evermeet's beautiful. I've never actually been able to make it to the main islands.
I mean, everything the elves do is beautiful in one way or another. As he takes a slight longer look at you than is usually.
She pulls a wand out slightly, and she points with it in her cuff, and she says, "Now that right there is an ulterior motive." And then she slides it back in.
But am I lying?
No, elves do excruciatingly beautiful things every day.
And that is because we have the patience and the time to devote hours and hours to even the most minute detail to make sure everything is perfect.
That's why Fala's greenhouse is so immaculately kept.
Their garden is immaculate.
Why? I'm sorry. Excuse me, but why me? Dabble.
You know what our team did. Right. Lich killing and hunting and the good old days.
Yes, good old days.
Yes, old days.
I meant more of good.
You could say that. You remind me of those times. There's danger in you, and the magics you wield, although I detest, reminds me of it.
Hold on. You were intending that as a compliment, yes? As far as I'm aware?
Sure.
So through my magics and the things I do and the way I look, I remind you of things you used to kill. Therefore, you are sexually interested in me.
It's a very weird way to put it. I'm attracted to the idea of the feelings that you make me feel because they remind me of the time that I used to love.
So I scare you?
Yes. Indefinitely.
That's good to know. Wait, that raises another question. You're sexually attracted to things that scare you?
Am I a therapy? And is this therapy? I thought this was just a kind dinner. You know what?
I'm just trying to get
I
you
don't.
up.
This is a lot to unpack here. I've never had to have these thoughts. I just you asked me why I'm attracted to you. I told you, and now you're making me think and feel weird things.
I apologize, Dabble. I merely have an inquisitive mind. I am not only a doctor of the body, but also the mind. So you're a rather fresh case that I've witnessed.
Let's use the word intrigued from now on. Intrigued seems way more.
I wouldn't say that.
I know you wouldn't. This is a. Would you like some Evermead? That sounds like a very nice thing to drink right now.
Sounds wonderful. And she waves her hand for him to begin pouring.
And he does. And
he will, out of these beautifully carved wooden, like elven filigree goblets, as he pours this liqueur.
There's a mead wine. It's golden and honey in color. And when it comes out, it has a rich aroma of the flora that grows on the islands around Evermead. And for a second, it takes you back home. It's been a long time since you smelled those hues of the greenery and flowers that grow in that area.
So you see, like, a tear is in her eye, and she's very much like this. Like she looks very angry because she's trying to hold back the tears.
And he's like pouring the wine and holding it and has it slightly reached out, but hesitantly. I'm sorry, I thought this was your favorite.
It is. And she takes it and starts drinking it. And while the drink is up in her face, she lets a couple tears fall, like, into the drink as she drinks it. And then as it pulls down, she's perfectly fine. It's just been so long.
It is very hard to come by off the island.
Davo.
Yes.
Whatever it is you feel towards me aside, I can trust you, right? With my friends, with myself. I can trust you to keep them safe, right?
Of course. We've become family. And he, like, not in a weird way.
I wasn't going to unpack that one, but thank you.
Amazing.
Your group is family, my group is family. We're
related.
We are very good friends that feel like more than friends.
You and who? Voss? Or I'm sure there are. Anyway, have you ever heard? And she takes a very long pause before saying this next thing. Have you ever heard of the Witch of Nessaquah?
I'm afraid I haven't.
Very well.
But Nessaquah? That small island to the south?
Yes, I heard a very scary tale come out of there once, and I was wondering if anyone else had heard of it.
As I said, I was very young when I left Elite.
What's the deal with Blaven? My friends told me he's a noble?
Oh, yes. Blavathan something yada yada. He has papers for it. I'm sure they're legitimate.
After what I learned today, I'm sure it is.
But he was raised by Thayans.
I could tell you that much. His tattoos are pristine.
They carry a dark history.
As do many spellcasters.
You have no idea how true that is. It has taken a lot to get this far for all of us. And I wouldn't be the man I am today if it weren't for the family I've chosen to have around me. Some days I feel sorry I had to make them sacrifice, giving up the adventuring life, but that's why I let them have all the fun they want in the city.
I really like that dwarf you have with you, Astrid.
Istrid. I, not A. And
I really
try not to.
I really do try to. I try Dabble. It's just her name for some reason. I can't. He saved my life, and I still can't remember.
I wouldn't go around and misspeak her name in front of her. So
I've done it one too many times already. I'm afraid next time I die, she won't be there to help me.
But I have to think. We were talking about our groups, our families. And your group has breathed life back into mine. And for that, I'm thankful.
Would not thank me. I have very little to do with, and this is still all in Elvish.
Oh yeah, of course.
I have very little to do with the ongoings of your family.
And as you were just speaking of, Lizzie nods to them. As you were just speaking of, I can tell that you have given up and sacrificed a lot. And you either seek power to protect everything around you, because you have everything to lose, or you feel you have nothing to lose. Both of which makes you very dangerous, and, as I said, enthralls me.
There's an old saying among druids to what's the scariest animal? The one backed into a corner. It has nothing to lose and everything to gain. So I appreciate that sentiment.
I am curious, though. What do you think sacrifice means to you personally?
Can I roll an insight on that?
Yeah.
This was the first thing that he said that I was like, wait a second. It's an 8. He's just wondering.
Very hard to tell beyond surface value.
That's a difficult question. It would depend on multiple different factors in the equation, right? Really, I believe the ultimate sacrifice is oneself. But would I necessarily do that? No. But I believe a sacrifice, at least with my particular magic, is something deeply cared for that you give up freely without malice, I believe, is an item or a person or a thing that one destroys, gains something different.
It can be so much more.
What does sacrifice mean to you?
I've known some to sacrifice everything they are in order for a hope at a better world. What if awesome? often at great personal demise or dark outcomes. Do you think there's anyone in your group that would be willing to do that for you? Or for the group? Your family?
Well, those are two different questions, really. I believe there are a couple people in my group, in my family, that would sacrifice themselves for the betterment of the rest of the family. In fact, I've seen countless times now a few of them just run in for nothing other than.
There's a difference between foolish, adventuring minds and true sacrifice, as you said, of giving oneself entirely. If you believe that someone has that ability, I warn you, and ensure that you ensure that they never have to, so you don't lose them in the process.
You sound like you're speaking from experience, Dabble.
Some things you can't take back, no matter how hard you try. You just end up wanting to leave a better world behind than how you found it. But that is why you are so dangerous for me. My intrigue of the darkness you carry with you is perhaps fueled by, as I said, me missing our lich killing days. You remind me of that. The days before I was that I chose to give up. Thank you for entertaining me this evening. I know you are busy and should be getting home to finish your prayers. His eyes fall to your ring.
Yes, I should. And I thank you, Star Song. This was not as unbearable as I thought it was going to be. You're actually a decent person. And
he goes to self-compliment himself and then takes the actual compliment.
She stands up and wipes off like any dirt or anything using prestidigitation, and she turns to him and says, "But if I ever do become a lich, I'm sure you're the first one to know." As she like waves as she starts to walk away.
And he says as you walk away, "Try not to write me in your book any sooner than I'd like, if it's not too much trouble."
That's up to you, Dabble. As she walks away.
Good night, Miss Golor.
Oh, well.
And that is where we're going to end tonight's session. And we will pick up next week
with more downtime stuff.
More downtime stuff.
And possibly a heist.
And maybe a heist.
Heist.
Maybe. We'll see what we get to.
If you haven't entered already, you have like 30 seconds to enter hashtag Eldritch for a chance of winning Eldritch Foundry miniature. Hashtag Beyond for your chance to win a player's bundle, where later, eventually, a Warlock of the Elder Pie may be available in the homebrew section. But yes, thank you all for joining us, and I hope you all had fun watching our silly little sad suspenseful stories and the mini onions that we put into our NPCs. They got onions.
The Elder Pie.
Y'all just had to make me
Elder Pie.
As a player like this character.
Yeah,
of
course.
Yeah.
Elder Pie for the win.
Oh.
It's a good thing I have pie coming to me after this, because if I didn't, I would need to go get pie.
I need to go get pie.
Go get pie.
I'm trying to think if there are any grocery stores near me that are open, because I'll have pie tonight and then breakfast pie in the morning.
Breakfast pie.
Oh my god, pecan
Breakfast pie is the bomb.
Pecan pie.
Mm.
Pumpkin
Apple-
pie is a good pie.
Or apple pie.
Pie.
Gotta go apple pie.
Razzleberry pie.
Pause on pie. We have winners.
Ah!
Winners of the
Pies.
pies. No, there's no pie giveaway. Unfortunately, I am sorry. Winner of the D&D Beyond Players Bundle is Engines Wild.
Hey, congratulations.
Winner of the Eldritch Foundry miniature is Danger Man
64.
64.
Yeah.
I played that game all the time growing up.
Danger Man.
Congrats to all of you. We will be in contact via Twitch Whispers, so please make sure that you can receive those. And I will get those out to you as soon as possible.
Be excellent to each other.
May you always roll with advantage. Good night, everybody.
Good night.